Hey, everybody. Good evening. What's up? How are ya? If you're new here, I'm Archer. Nice to meet you. Thanks for coming by. Welcome to the All Signs. We're going to take a look at you and them, thoughts, feelings, emotions, what's going on both sides of the fence for the week ahead. And this will take us right up to the end of August. The next one will be on September 1st. And happy birthday, Virgo. We've made it through Leo season, and we are now into Virgo season. And that's often why they follow this order, because you go through an emotional water sign, then an intense fire sign, then a grounded earth sign, and then back into the air sign. And the cycle repeats and the beat goes on. What's up? Welcome. Couple quick announcements in case you haven't noticed or anything like that is that on September 14th, I will be in Nashville, Tennessee. We're going to do a live All Signs in-person live setup. No cost for tickets, nothing like that. I'll let you know after my call with the Nashville officials on Wednesday. It's Wednesday? Yeah. Then I'll be able to announce the park, the time, and the location, and there's no tickets or anything involved with it. If you are around, if you're near like Broadway and the Cumberland River and the awesome bridge that you can walk across, you'll probably be pretty darn close to where we're going to be at. So stop by and come on the camera, say hi, bring cards. I don't care. We're going to have a fun All Signs. It's going to be just like what we did during CMA Fest. If you want to see it, it is in the June playlist. And then on September 21st, is it the 1st? I forget. I'm not looking. I got an August calendar over there. I'm cooked. Anyways, yeah, September 21st. It's the following Sunday. Frankie and I are going to do another collab. We're going to go live again together, read some cards. Okay. So that'll probably be, I'll check with her, but I think it's probably going to be the same time. Sunday the 21st at probably like 1:30, I think. I'll check with her and make sure. But just make sure you're subscribed to both channels too, because we're going to stream and collab on both. And then coming up in October, I still got to get Selena, speak of the devil, she's here. Selena at Love Fire Tarot and I are going to be doing a collab in October. Did we bring up a date yet? I don't think we made it that far. It takes me forever to get to like text messages and emails and notifications and stuff. By the time I put my phone down, it's like carpal tunnel. So I promise I'll reply back. But hey, Tony, Phil, what up, y'all? Hey, Melissa, Modest with the Mostest. Melissa and Mac are here along with the OG Mod Squad. Archer's Angels are here to be your concierge on TikTok and on YouTube. So stop by in the chat and say hi. Hey, Tony, what up? What up? April, what's up? Hey, April. My Knight Rider reference for the second season. It's cool. But yeah, in October, me and Selena, we're going to be collabing too. I'm going to add Selena to the Archer Network, the listing on the home channel. Those are all the channels that I trust, subscribe in, believe in, and recommend. All right, check them out. We got some up and comings. We got our main mom, Melissa, Sunshine Intuitive Tarot. All right, check her out. We got Selena. We also got the Blue Dahlia Tarot. She does her thing. She's cool. Check her out, worth it. Of course, Frankie's there. Caitlin Petty when you need a musical break. But they're all awesome sauce and ones I recommend. And if you don't care what I recommend, just check them out and you'll like them for yourself and be like, I don't care what Archer thinks. What's up, B? How you doing? Hey, Janet, what's cooking? Did I say October 18th? Is it? I can't remember. Is it? I don't remember. Okay, cool. October 18th. Cool. Thanks, Selena. So yeah, October 18th will be the collab between me and Selena Fire. I love collabing and interacting with the channels and stuff. It's so cool. It's all part of the direction things are going. And there'll be some more upcoming personal appearances in other states and, well, personal public appearances, but whatever. So hang out and be a part of the fam. If you do want to book a personal reading with me, you can scan the QR code here below me or next to me up here. That'll take you over to the Archer Astrology link tree. The first link there is the booking site. It is all automated. You don't have to wait forever for me to reply back to the emails. Skip back a few if you missed it. That way you can pick your day, pick your time right from the booking site, from the available appointments that aren't already taken. And then as soon as I get the notification, I'll reach out. I'll send you the link to your Zoom reading, because you can choose from a Zoom reading where it's personal one-on-one here with me, or just traditional private YouTube where you send me your info and your questions. I do the reading and send you back the video. Even if you pick the Zoom, though, you get a recording of it afterwards too. All right. But if you do choose to let me read for you, I look forward to reading for you and helping out in any way possible. Healed people, heal people. Trademark. Hey, Caitlin, what's up, hon? Spinny hugs. How you doing, girl? What's happening? I'm glad you guys are here. Group spinny hugs for everybody. All right. Let's dig in. All right. God, we are going to be doing all signs. You know what I sat and meditated on to be ready and prepared. So please bless all the messages, good, bad, indifferent, whatever comes out. When y'all are with me, you are indefinitely and ultimately protected. I'm your ride or die. I got your back. I'm your crystals. All right. So I am V. I am getting a lot of pull in Sweden. Ah, I've heard Beetle Bill's pretty big in Sweden too. I would love to come to Sweden actually. I think that would be beautiful. Sweden, Australia, Ireland are on my bucket list. Plus Liverpool. I have totally got to set foot in the cavern. I have to set foot in there before I pass and go to my great rewards. I have to stand where the Titanic was built. I got to stand there. And Sweden, I just want the culture. I think that would be awesome, like the Netherlands. Australia, gotta go. Gotta see a kangaroo. All right, and then I got everything covered. Yeah, and sit in the original Knight Rider pilot car, the one that is in the intro. All right, that's just a shout out to Knight Rider stories. I'll behave. I know it's a good car. I'll behave with it. I'll do a reading for it. I can read car energies. Do a reading for you guys. Anyhow, I have a long bucket list that nobody cares about, so let's just read some cards. You want to do that? All right, let's go for it. What's up, Nina, Megan? Thank you guys all so much for coming. I love you guys. Hey, Donna, what's going on? And thank you guys for all the comments on each of the readings, the lives, and everything. You guys make my heart swell up. I'm a Cancer sun, and you guys make my heart swell up when I read those comments, the thank yous, and everything. I know that there's a lot going on in your lives, and even just to take that minute to put a comment on any of my readings or any of my videos, it means the world to me. It takes me forever to reply, but when I'm having morning coffee, I always scroll through and look at all the comments. They mean the world to me. And I do get around to replying to all of them too. It takes a minute, but I do practice that. I saw it in the Beatles documentary, Beatle Anthology 4. God, I got to buy more Beatle money. Macca, come on. But I just lost my train of thought because I just thought about how much money I've given Apple Records over the years. That's okay. It's cool. But anyways, let's just get into the reading. I have no clue where I was going. I just love reading comments and hanging out with you guys. It's cool. Thank you for everything you do to interact with the channel. Even for those of you that do like the readings, that means the world to me. I know that it puts me into your like videos. Some of you guys don't like that or don't want people being like, oh my God, why do you watch Archer? What's the matter with you? So if you don't, it is judgment-free zone. I do not mind, but it does mean the world to me when I get the likes and the comments. And please subscribe and be a part of the fam. All right. I'm setting a big goal. I'm going to ask. This is the only thing I'm going to ask. I will continue to read until I'm long gone, and then I'll come back in the next lifetime and do it again. But all Archer would like for Christmas is 100,000 subscribers. I would like my 100,000K plaque that says Archer Astrology Tarot on it. So if you haven't already subscribed and you would, it's personal. I know this isn't even a big shout out or anything like that. This is for me. That's all. But yeah, if you'd subscribe, help me get my 1,000K subscriber plaque for Christmas. It'd be totally cool. All right. I love you though. I know I set my bar high, but I always do. I do because that way I challenge myself. Otherwise, I might slack off. So I always set your course for Jupiter. And then if you make it to the moon, you're pleasantly happy. You know what I mean? But it's cool. All right. Oh, V, I love you, girl. Thank you. We totally got to go to Sweden. We totally got to go to Sweden, hon. Okay. Let's dig in. Hey, Mars, what up? Casey's here. What's up, guys? Mom. Hi, Mama T. Oh, my God, Mom's here. You doing okay? Did you do okay at work and everything? You good? If I don't pass out after the all signs, I'll call and check on you. All right. Let's go for it. Let's get into it. All right. Let's lay down, touch some grass, and read some cards. I'm in a room, so there's carpeting, but close enough for government work. Let's do it to it. All right. Let me grab some captions and some title cards, and let's dig in. All right. My nose is still itchy. My nose is running faster than a DM, driving me cray-cray right now. All right, Aries, you ready to do it? I have been totally in a Titanic mood lately, so I'm going to use the Titanic deck a little bit tonight, okay? The old lady wants to talk again. All right, so Aries, you will be, we have to wait until 9:10 for the Aries' timestamp because it makes me think of the Beatles song, One After 9:09. Hey, Aries, what up? You ready for this? Let's do it. Thank you so much for being here, Aries. And your individual collective reading will be tomorrow and every Tuesday at 3 p.m. Eastern. So come back, hang out, and be a part of the fam. All right, let's see what we got for you, Aries. Tap me in, tune me into Aries energy, please. And thank you, God. Give me everything you got for Aries. What do we have for Aries, please? And thank you. Thoughts, feelings, and emotions. What do we got for Aries? What do you have for Aries? Okay. I have no clue why I'm just whistling Dixie here, but so I am. Let's do it, Aries. You ready? Let's give it up for the cardinal fire sign, leading the way, just like always. Here we go. 1 and 2. Let's love this deck for the amazingly awesome Aries. There's a reason you always get to go first. And I think this is it. The Empress is the overall energy. I like that. You will be receiving, you're going to be receiving the rewards for what you put in. And just because the Empress is the top of the food chain doesn't mean she didn't go through a lot to become the Empress. And you've been through it with the 5 of Wands, right to the 4 of Wands and the 8 of Wands. Forward momentum and the rewards coming in for the Empress, which is you. Some of you guys, I think it's your twin flame. And if not, the energy is really close to a twin flame journey. Translation in English, this is an intense relationship. All right, let's go for it. Pardon me, Bible Tarot. I need equality on the table. My Virgo moon. I have to have symmetry. Okay, give me 9 cards. Let's do it. 6 of Pentacles, Taurus, Page of Pentacles. I'm calling Capricorn. Remember, the kings are mutable energies. The queens are the cardinals. Knights are fixed. The pages, they're still young. They haven't decided what they want to be when they grow up yet. But I pulled Capricorn off the Page of Pentacles. Also means confirmation on the Empress getting a message. The Knight of Swords, Aquarius energy, fixed. The Devil, Capricorn. 2 of Cups for Cancer. 3 of Swords. The Queen of Pentacles came out reversed. This has happened even in a couple of my other off-camera readings today. And every time I reset the energies, I put this back in the proper perspective. So this, when I get a card reversed in the readings, of course, I have to honor them that way because this is the way God intended it to come out. But this always gives me a note of a red flag in the energy that we're going to have to work to manifest, like Frankie talks about, to turn this card upright. Because remember, this isn't etched in stone. This is your map reading for the next 7 days, or whenever you find it. Why am I doing Teach Me Tarot again? Okay, sorry, Aries. Anyways, interesting that the Tower card's hanging out here and something made me look at it. That's cool. No, I want it back there now. I can't make up my mind. This person can't make up their mind. Oh, okay. So it doesn't look like they're even liking the choice it doesn't look like they're liking the choice they told you they made, right? And it's like that thing where they told you like they needed a breakaway to find themselves, get back to best. They still had some shadow work to do with the devil. The devil jumped in and kind of taunted them a little bit. And yeah, it's like they told you they needed that time to find themselves and live their life and go through their life experiences. But the way they went about it was wrong. Knight of Wands to the Knight of Swords. See, they're still kind of working through this energy just a little bit, Aries, because it's not what you say, it's how you say it, right? And the way they said it with that Devil card, it didn't come out exactly right. And with the 2 of Cups, they feel like they messed up on a decision, right? Because you're always all in on this one. And they keep blowing you off each time. And each time they do, 3 of Swords, it hurts. Now remember, the 3 of Swords doesn't have to always be a person, okay? It can be a noun, person, place, or thing. In this case, it's the fear of commitment. Trying to find themselves, like lost identity, like they didn't know who they were or what they were. 3 of Swords, you know what? And yet they still think they can keep asking you for financial support. That's why the Queen of Pentacles is reversed. That's what is being worked, because you might still even be working to financially rebuild from helping them out through so many things. Okay, I can work with this. Could definitely be dealing with a Capricorn. You got some pretty strong Capricorn. Leo and Libra are here. Cancer and Sagittarius. Taurus, Aquarius, and Libra. So you do have all the cardinal signs. Doesn't have to be their sun sign, though. Just part of their chart activating. But for some reason, I feel like I got your cards activating, too. I'm hitting different parts of some of your charts. Or some of you guys might even be Aries moons. But let's find out. Yeah, the Hermit card, Virgo energy. See? Had to find their way while they're looking for the light, just like Captain Smith here. With the Magician on the 10 of Cups. So it's like you wound up helping, but never really got so much as a thank you even, right? The Magician, you're like, I have tried everything humanly. You totally know there was a tarot reader on the Titanic. 1912, the Edwardian era, during the Gilded Age. Guarantee you there were a couple decks on that ship. But the thing about this, You never even got the thank you, not even so much as a ready, even though you tried to give everything humanly possible to the relationship. And you're actually at a point that them walking away and your silence, the frustration, it's got them working to manifest 10 of cups to come back. It tells me you guys have made it through the worst of it too. Because on this 10 of cups here, I have no clue how he got in the lifeboat. Don't want to know. He was probably he was on the right side of the ship. If you were on Lighttoller's side of the ship, not so good. If you were on Murdoch's side of the ship, you had some pretty good chances of getting in the boat. It's perceived value. Thanks, Murdoch and Light. I love channeling Murdoch and Lightoller. They are fun together. It's literally the odd couple, Felix and Unger. But anyhow, it is. But that's what it is. It's the difference in the translations on this one, that they weren't ready at that point. So they're changing. You guys have made it through the worst of it, because this couple and this light, somehow they even got a private lifeboat on a ship that was underboated. But the thing is, they've already made it through the sinking. The sun is coming up on the 15th or the morning after. They're just waiting to get picked up by Carpathia. Even though by sunrise, they would already be on the ship. But it's okay. I don't mind. But how it's all about artistic license. So the thing on this is that, you know how they kept saying, I'm never ready, and I told you I didn't want anything serious, right? I told you I needed more time to think about it. 9 of Cups, 6 of Wands. This person is wishing that the last time instead of saying that, they had said, I'm ready, okay? And of course, they're dealing with a little bit of guilt on this in the Knight of Swords of like, well, geez, how do I backpedal out of that one? Who did the money go to? What's up with this support thing? What's up with the support thing? Pisces energy, Leo energy too. Fixed and mutable energy, pretty strong at the moment. 7 of Cups, the Sun card. Oh, perceived value. Not what you say, but how you say it. They want the relationship on their own. I think there's like family ties hooked up into this one, right? Because it seems like they had to like support a parent, or maybe like partial rent or something about family vibes coming in on this one with the 3 of Swords. Side note on this for 3 to 7% of you, they took forever to get out of a relationship, and you did not want to be the sneaky link when you found out that like they were going through a divorce or a separation, or just hadn't finished breaking up or still had somebody around. And you're like, whoa, wait a second. I thought I was your 6 of Wands. What's up with that? Right? This here is Molly Brown giving Rostron an award for this. So in a way, I'm even being told that you deserve a reward for what you put up with. You know what I mean? So this person that they're helping support though, 6 of Wands, oh, this is the person that's actually going to be working in your favor, right? This is the person that is like, what happened between you and Aries? What's going on? Or money's tight and this and that. So the thing on this is that with this Leo energy on the Sun card to the 7 of Cups, the Scorpio vibe, this is the stuff that had to get out of the way. So you know what they're working on? Whatever it is that keeps holding them back, the family ties, okay? This is what I see them kind of getting to a point of wanting to overcome and cut out, right? It's kind of like the vibes of being like, listen, Mom, I would rather be with Aries because I'm ready to start my family. I want to do something for me. You know, like how the husband goes away and takes a wife and vice versa, right? And so it's a vibe, especially with the age difference and the physical distance between you guys being a thing. They are actually working to cut the ties of whatever they're hooked on to support. Okay? Could even just be like a financial dependence. I don't know why, but I keep seeing somebody playing with online sports betting, like, you know, the things in the phone. I don't do it, so I don't know how it works. But like the online casinos and stuff. Taurus energy is here. You've got Sagittarius, Pisces, Cancer, Temperance. The Temperance card is about them taking some action, but doing it in a more balanced way. Sagittarius energy on the 7 of Pentacles. See, the money's what turns this Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Page of Swords. You know what it is with that Seven of Swords? What they're going to find out is that the one that's like driving them right to you with that Ten of Swords, they're getting, okay, I'm just going to English it. They're kind of getting tired of that tie. You know what I mean? Realizing like, well, I can't keep spending this money, or I can't keep going home at this point and stuff like that. This is the reflection of the choice that they've told the others before. Oh, that it's not the choice they wanted to tell you. So it's a learned behavior. This person has told so many people so many times in the past that like, I'm not ready for a commitment. I'm not ready to do this yet. It's become muscle memory, learned behavior. Like when you play guitar and you get the chords so much that you don't even look down at the neck of it. So they word vomited in the Ten of Swords. I'm not ready for this yet. I told you this. It's a muscle memory response. They're going to retract that. Even right now, Nine of Cups on the Hermit card, they're like, why did I say it? Why did I do that? I didn't want to say that this time. And they almost instantly kind of regretted it a little bit. So, okay, it's not even anything really mystical or magical, but with the Titanic deck and the Page of Swords, we are getting ready in the week ahead to approach the energy on Temperance to the Page of Swords. Chief Officer Wilde. Literally, it's when Rose shows back up while Jack's hanging out on the bow at the part of the ship that in no way would any passenger have been allowed to. Anyhow, artistic license. It's the scene where she shows up and she goes, I changed my mind. And you know what? No harm, no foul. We're all humans. Everybody's changed their mind from time to time. It's your choice at this point coming forward. If you want to accept the apology and be like, don't do it again. They already don't want to do it again. Okay. But they're very nervous about being able to even approach because they're like, I literally told them no, and I'm going to go back and tell them yes. It's not like I decided to change the color of my car that I ordered, right? But it'll be your choice if you choose to accept it. But I do see them approaching. They're going to be ready to take some action on it, okay? And then that way you guys can go to the further forward part of the front of the Titanic that no passengers are allowed at, and you guys can do the Aries, I'm flying. Okay, you would not be allowed at that part of the boat. But I digress. You guys will totally be allowed to be back together again should you free will choose to accept the incoming apology. And something about a cupcake, okay? I have no clue what that means, but something about a cupcake. Maybe they come in like, here's a cupcake. I'm sorry. I don't know. Or somebody's munching on a cupcake right now. I don't know. Cupcakes are good. But anyways, we'll find out even some, I want to see what happens at your reading tomorrow. So we're going to find out more during your collective tomorrow. All right? So thank you for being here, Aries. I love you, and I will see you later. Tomorrow, your live reading, 3 p.m. Love like on your way out, por favor, please, and thank you. And please subscribe. Would love it. All right. Now, let's see. Oh, you got a good point, V. Maybe that is somebody's nickname is Cupcake. I love it. Dude, we are a fam here. We all help solve these mysteries together. It's cool. Okay, onward to Taurus. Let's do it to it. And thank you guys all for being here, too. I love you guys. Hey, Debster, what up? Hey, Joy1212, what's cooking? Thanks for coming back by. Hey, Colleen. All right, hey, Ty. Oh, you're welcome, Ty. Thank you for being here. All right, let's see. Let me grab Taurus's card. Boom. There we go. Cool beans. And Taurus, this one. Hey, if you all want to, the decks I got here, if you all want to, just leave in a comment when I get ready to start the sign that you want, that you're watching for. If you can pop me like Beatles deck, Titanic deck, 7 deck, whatever. All right. So if you got a specific deck for your sign, pop it, and I'll do like most common. All right, in the chat, we'll take like the random thing. Okay. All right. Hey Taurus, what's up? Let's do you at 2346. Hey Taurus, how's it going? Thank you very much for being here. All right. Taurus, we're going to do your live collective reading tomorrow, Tuesday, and every Tuesday, 4 p.m. Eastern. All right. So subscribe, hang out, and come on back and be a part. All right, Taurus, what do we have for Taurus? Tap me in. This happened last week during Cancer. My body temp is going up. Oh, you got somebody a little hot under the collar for you. Un momento, por favor. I have no clue why I'm speaking so much Spanish, but I'm going to fix the thermostat again. I am not that shocked, but slightly. Some of y'all might be dealing with a Cancer. Hold on, I had to take the mic off to reach the thing. Boom, boom. Okay, there we go. Interesting. Literally, just as I started to connect, if you guys noticed me kind of hesitate as I started to shuffle, I was like, whoa, what's happened to my inner thermometer? Some of you guys might have to call maintenance for a thermostat issue or a no heat. I don't know. Okay, or no air. I don't know. Shut the front door. Look where it made me stop, Taurus. I have no clue how this is all part of your reading, but this is wild. It's the Four of Wands again. Same thing that showed up in Aries. I think it's going to be another twin flame week at Archer. We got to track this Four of Wands. It might be showing up in all the readings. You've got your twin hot under the collar. Knight of Pentacles to the Strength card. Oh, with the King of Cups. They're acting like they're not interested, but they totally are. You ignited their journey. Oh, this is an interesting dark night of the soul for them. Okay, I want to see what's going on. All right, give me some shuffles. Let's go. Give me 2 shuffles to connect into Taurus's energy. Let's find out why Cross Watcher's a little hot under the collar. Here we go. 2 shuffles. 1 and 2. Let's love this deck for the terrific, tenacious Taurians. Toro. I told you, you did start their healing. They're being guided right back to you with the Star card. Aquarius energy, the Magician. Are you? You're the one manifesting it, aren't you? If you ever said a prayer for them about them, that's what we've got. Look what's hidden right behind the Devil card, the Sun card. So even though they're still acting like they're totally not interested in you or not interested in opening up about this, right? Behind closed doors, you still make them happy. And the Ace of Pentacles to the Empress is down here too. The Empress to the Four of Wands. Oh my word, a lot of us are receiving communications. I'm loving the vibes where the readings are going. Oh my gosh. All right, let's dig in. That Ace of Pentacles, that's a fresh start. Clean slate. We got the Queen of Wands. Oh my word, Violet Jessup. 3rd time's the charm on the 8 of Wands. Forward momentum towards the Ace of Cups. Taurus, you're getting a good reading. The Justice card's about time Taurus got some justice with the 6 of Wands. Oh my word. The Fool card. 3 of Swords. That came out in the exact same spot for Aries. 5 of Swords into the 6 of Cups. Nice. Sagittarius, Aries energy, Taurus, Libra, Leo, Aquarius, more Aries, more Cancer, Scorpio so far. More Aquarius and Virgo too so far. Okay. Let's start at the beginning and see where this goes. So, see, the thing is that you've tried everything you can think of to unstick them, and yet they never get unstuck, right? The Ace of Cups does show that their healing journey leads into the form of a new love. Whenever this comes out in a reading, it shows a fresh start and things getting back on track, okay? So it's kind of like the energy that, you know what? You're stressing them out. Really? Taurus, they think you would have reached out by now. Whoa, okay. And the thing on it is, behind closed doors, this is stressing them out. They'll take forever to even answer you or reply to you, Justice card, but then they want you to reply back to them. Interesting. So the thing on that is that, wait, even when you have with the Justice card, like they ignore you, but then you see that they've been online. And it's like, whoa, wait, you've got time to scroll social media, but you can't take 5 seconds to be like, how was your day? Or hope you had a good day, right? 3 of Swords into the 5 of Swords. So, man, every little bit of attention that you give them, they got no problem taking, but they never want to reciprocate it back. And then it starts bringing up a lot of past traumas with the 3 of Swords that you've worked really hard to work through. And you've put a lot of work in on yourself from the stuff you've dealt with in the past. 6 of Cups. I think some of you guys, this has been along a relationship where you guys maybe even have kids together. But what I'm feeling out the 6 of Cups is we've got a difference in perceived value due to different upbringings, right? And the thing about that is with the Scorpio energy on this one, those past traumas that you've worked so hard to get through, they're hitting all the buttons wrong and they don't realize it because the way they were raised, they think they're doing it right, okay? Like an energy of like maybe dad never taught them to open up or men hold their feelings back. Or even for my male Tauruses, their mom taught them, don't worry about love, just focus on your money, take care of yourself because nobody else is going to, right? And it's causing a little bit of a conundrum for you guys. This could definitely be a fixed sign. Could be a Leo, a Scorpio, an Aquarius, maybe even another Taurus. Cancer and Sagittarius is pretty strong. Then you got Libra, Aquarius again, and Aries. But I want to see on this top row because The forward momentum shows that they're the ones with the Hermit holding themselves back. King of Cups, the Strength card, and the Knight of Pentacles. But with the Emperor, look, we've seen the Emperor and the Empress. See how it keeps shuffling between masculine and feminine energies? Queen of Swords, the Lover's card. Some of you guys could be a Gemini, Taurus, Cusper vibe even. You know, oh, okay. They've been so used to being controlled their whole life, haven't they? And so they've had to build up a tolerance to it. Aw. So they're so used to being controlled by the people in their life that they don't really even fully know who they are, right? They've always tried to have to live up to everybody else's expectations and never be good enough at it. That's why they lied to you about who they are. The lies got to be a lot with this person, and then they couldn't live up to it. And with the Hermit card on the King of Cups, man, their head runs in multiple directions. No wonder I was feeling so much confusion as I dug into the energy. The Strength card, though, shows them working to hold it together, even in the times where their life keeps getting stuck because of the way they were raised. It's not that they're doing it to you on purpose. It's that you don't know what you don't know, and they don't know any better. King of Cups, you started them on a trail, on a journey of self-love to bring this in. Because the way they've been controlling people in their life, that's why they tried to control you that way. They think it's the way it's supposed to work. And then you called them out on it, and they're like, oh, we'll just talk about it later. I don't know any better. I'll try harder next time. And you're like, you're not even putting effort into it, right? That's why you had to call them out on it. And it hurts. Queen of Swords and the King of Cups. You or them could be born on the 1st, maybe the 12th, the 8th is here, the 18th, the 6th, the 26th is here, the 29th, the 3rd, the 30th is here, 13th, 31st, maybe even the 1st or the 6th. But this shows they want forward momentum. And you aren't even suspecting this. You're going to be shocked. You're going to be shocked because they're already shocked that you haven't made. They're like, wait a second. Taurus was supposed to chase me. I'm like, oh, really? Yeah. Taurus did before. I'm like, oh, so you're telling me there's a cycle. They're like, I'm like, oh, that's just what you would do to Taurus. Let's talk about it next week. We'll figure it out next week. And you're like, why does it always have to be next week? How many times do you have to decide that you're ready? King of Cups, look at everything I do for you. Even when they were doing nothing back, right? And it became such a one-sided, like unreciprocated love. And they had gotten so used to it because it's like, well, that's how I saw my parents do it. And I thought that was the way it was. So this is what gets them confused and running in multiple directions. And that's why they did it. Okay. Because Taurus, don't hate me. Don't hate me for this. They did it because they think you're better than them. Yeah, I didn't think you'd hate me for that. But that's the thing. Even in their head internally, their subconscious, from everything that they were beaten down verbally and belittled, clear back to the way their parents treated them, is why they're like, hold it, wait, Taurus is a 9, and I'm like a 1. Like, I don't know why Taurus is even with me. And that's why they lied. And like, I own the business. No, you work in the mailroom. But no, you actually didn't do that. And stuff like that. With the Two of Cups, because they saw you a very deep soulmate connection. So you weren't the only one that picked up on it. The thing is, you were more tuned in. And they had to learn. But look at that flame that's still going on. Some of you guys might even live nomadic as a result of this, or even moved. But the way they get so confused and depressed, they wind up shutting down. Virgo energy, you know? Then they wind up going on their phone, scrolling on TikTok, not giving you any attention when all you really would like is a couple, maybe 8 minutes to put their phone down and focus on you. But they like live in their own little world. And you cutting them out was a little bit of the change in the divine timing to bring this back, okay? They're doing something to address their depression. Oh my gosh, this is cool. Pisces Virgo energy on this one. But you know how the King of Cups is the card of self-love and self-healing? The Queen of Cups pours the cup out on her sleeve. This is telling me that even though they've gone quiet behind the scenes in the Hermit card, remember how in my tarots, this is the Dr. House of the tarot, the Hermit, 6th house energy? you're going to find out that this person actually may have gone to start seeing a doctor or a therapist, even if it's just something about like being prescribed medication. I mean, that's a big step for anybody. That's something to overcome with this strength card when they're like Daniel in the Lion's Den and they're like, I don't have, no, it's not me. I don't have a problem. And then all of a sudden, I think this person's realizing it because you know what happened? You know what happened? Forced isolation. Nobody else really could handle their vibe anymore either. And it forced them to do the Hermit card, King of Cups work on themselves. I'm actually thinking that what's going to happen with this, like, yeah, they get so depressed, they don't want to reach out or talk right now. And they just go bummed out. You know, they're bummed. But you're going to find out about it because what I'm seeing on this one is that they're actually going to talk to you about it even too. All right. There's something coming in that they're working on to overcome it. And they'll let you know about this. That's what's going to open it up. All right, they're gonna, it literally can be something as simple as like, sorry, the medicine I'm taking is having an adverse reaction. But you will hear from them and be like, look, I'm doing it. I'm trying to do the work. All right, they are going to ask one more time to see if this can happen with the Fool card. They're getting ready to take the risk, and they'll fill you in on it. All right. Aries energy is here. Pisces, Cancer, Capricorn, Libra, Leo. So you got strong Leo on this. Scorpio. More Gemini. Ooh, strong Leo and Gemini. Virgo's here. That's Libra again. Aries, Cancer, Aquarius, Page of Cups. See? God's lining all the chess moves up in the right piece for them to come in and explain themselves and let you know the work that they've been doing. They're already dreaming up the idea with the Page of Cups. All right? Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and with the Three of Pentacles, your guardian angels are helping to make sure that they're doing the work and not lying about it. Okay? If they don't really put in the work, the guardian angels won't let them reach out. But they're going to be reaching out with that Ace of Cups. I love this. All right, Taurus, keep me posted. This is a good reading. With everything you've been through, I love the direction this is coming in. Heads up, this week ahead, near the end of the week, you're going to love it. This is cool. And remember, this will resonate 7 days out, too, from whenever you find the reading, because they're timeless. Whenever you find this reading, it's when you're at this energetical point. Okay. Next up, let's do Gemini. Don't forget, Taurus, your reading will be tomorrow and every Tuesday at 4 p.m. Eastern. That was so... I'm cool again. I didn't even need the thermostat changed. That was freaky. Oh my gosh, Taurus, let me know if you guys are ones that are like, if you're like, Archer, yeah, my body temp goes up too. I want to know who I was picking up on. I think that's so cool. Okay. On to Gemini. Let's do it to it. What's up, Gemini? All right, let's see. And TikTok, if you did just come in and you missed Aries or Taurus, just do what Max says. You can go over to YouTube and check it out or hang out. There we go. All right, to the 129 here in the chat too. Love the like for you guys because you deserve it. I'm here for you guys. All right, Gemini, you ready for this? I haven't touched the Biblical Tarot. Let's use the Biblical Tarot. I haven't got to touch that yet. Are you, Donna? As soon as I started Taurus, my body temp went up. I was like, whoa. And I think that did happen during, was it Cancer last week, guys? I think it was. All right. What's up, Gemini? Hey, Grandma Dan. How you doing? Thank you guys for being here. What's up? Thank you guys for tapping the screen and loving the like on TikTok, too. You guys are awesome. I love you guys. Is that kindest person? It is. Hi, kindest person. What up? All right, let's do it to it. And thank you to the mods. You guys are killing it. You guys are fire. I love you guys. All right, Gemini, you are going to be at 3838. That's a Frankie timestamp. I like it. All right, what's up, Gemini? How you doing? Hang out, be a part of the family, because Gemini, we will be doing your live collective reading. It will be tomorrow and every Tuesday at 5 p.m. Eastern. So subscribe, hang out, come back, be a part of the family. All right. God, tap me in, tune me into Gemini's energy, please, and thank you. Give me everything you got for Gemini. What do we got for Gemini? Thoughts, feelings, emotions. Don't hold back. It's Gemini, and that's why I love reading for you, Gemini. Let everybody else pick on you. I don't pay attention to anybody else anyways, because you just happen to be that awesome. I can always give it to you real. I don't have to sugarcoat it and rainbow unicorn it. You're just like, Archer, I'm an air sign. Give it to me straight, and that's why I love reading for you. The Hermit card, Virgo energy. I do see some healing vibes coming in here. Knight of Pentacles. So even if they're acting like they're not affected by this, they're totally affected by this because it's slowing them down like they're hitting a brick wall straight up, okay? All right, let's go. Give me 2 shuffles. Somebody here might be a gamer because it's like what is that, SimCity or even like Roblox or something. Like I'm seeing like the clunk, the animated thing going into the wall. Yeah. All right, give me 2 shuffles for Gemini. Let's do it. Here we go. You ready, Gem? 1 and 2. Let's love this deck for the pretty fly Geminis, because all the signs say you're pretty fly for a Gemini. Overall energy is a 3 of Pentacles. I like that. That's some cool vibes. You got some guardian angels working on your side to help build your temple. I don't know why I said it that way. See, this is why I could never really be a newscaster. There is absolutely no way to get me sit at a desk and properly deliver news. Temperance card on the 7 of Wands. They're finna take some action. Knight of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. Oh my gosh, they're very nervous that they took too long. Knight of Pentacles. It looks like a Knight of Wands on the Ace of Wands. Oh man, this is beyond a slow burn. So even if they're not affected by it deep down inside, okay, externally, they might be saying nothing. Inside, oh my gosh, yes. Deep down inside, they totally want to rub your diamond. Okay, so woo! Surprised my body temp is not going up now, unless y'all are dealing with a Taurus, but it's cool. All right, we got the Chariot. We have the oh my word. It's all major arcana. Gemini, heads up. In the week ahead, you're going into a major glow up. And some of your dreams are going to start speaking to you more. This is interesting. Oh, so they're dreaming about you. They're dreaming about you too. Yeah, that's Jacob's dreams at brothel. Are those interesting dreams, the weird dreams, the Ace of Wands dreams, they're manifesting it. All right. I'm going to straight up call it that. Even interestingly enough, with that combination of cards, even if they're involved with someone else, they think about you when they're, I'm just going to say, kissing that person. And for some of you guys, there's a major shift in their side because they broke a very big cardinal rule. They called their person by your name. Well, this is interesting. Some of you guys, they did go in a different direction. How much major arcana are we getting here? Wheel of Fortune, the 9 of Swords, the High Priestess, into the 4 of Cups. This is somebody that totally regrets their decisions. You know what? You're not the only one frustrated and hurting. That's the wild part. It's getting to them way more than they're letting on. You guys coming together and them making the wrong call with this Wheel of Fortune, the card of free will, man, it's got them in the 9 of Swords. They're up all night playing staring at the ceiling on repeat with this 9 of Swords. See, they're trying to deny that they even know you, or like, no, I don't miss Gemini. I don't miss Gemini at all. 9 of Swords. This is Peter denying Jesus. Okay, maybe it's the love language barrier, or you two are just like from different cultures or something, right? But the way that they were acting, wow, similar to Taurus. The way they were acting is how they were raised to act. Some of you guys could be dealing with a Taurus, or you might even be a Gemini, Taurus, cusper. You or them could be born on the 7th, the 5th, the 18th, the 10th, or the 9th. The 29th is here, the 2nd, 24th, the 4th, 27th, 25th is here too, the 10th, the 19th, maybe even just the 9th. This is interesting though, because you know what's up with this? It's like the book of Daniel. Totally. That's what we've got going on here. Because the book of Daniel was actually written both in Hebrew and then like the middle of it, verse 2 through 7, I think, it's in Aramaic. 2 different languages that had to adapt together in order to be able to translate the word to the masses. You know what I mean? This person did not speak Gemini very well. You know, and I'm even feeling a lot of Aries and Capricorn energy off of this because in the book of Daniel, it mentions about rams and goats. You know what I mean? Some of you guys might actually be, I might be talking to a Gemini that's an actor or an actress because then I'm even seeing, what was that movie with George Clooney, The Man Who Stares at Goats? I don't know how that movie resonates to this, but you know what it is? The thing is here that there's a lot of stuff that gets lost in translation due to the differences in your guys' upbringings, right? And not so much this, but it's kind of like they're so used to the way they treated you that it's the only thing they knew. Like they dealt with a karmic twin before you and you're the real deal twin. I know it. That's why the guardian angels are lighting you guys back together. Could be a Cancer or a Taurus. And you got all major arcana. Major arcana, that signifies major planetary shifts that we don't have control over. We can't stop Mercury from retrograding no matter how many times you'd like it to, right? And you're Gemini. When it retrogrades, you always feel it, right? Seven of Swords, the Tower card. They're in a tower moment over you. Seven of Cups, because Eight of Wands, Seven of Cups. Oh my gosh. Gemini, yeah, Five of Cups. I knew it. I called it. Ace of Cups. Okay. In the silence, Seven of Swords on this one, they have completely built their own conspiracy theory about you that has them like really totally depressed. Okay. They're like, oh my gosh, Gemini has moved on. I took too long. I messed all this up. What am I going to do? Like, Gemini's probably found somebody hotter or prettier or better. And I'm here in the Nine of Swords denying that I even knew Gemini. What have I done? Oh my gosh. They're getting visited by all the relationship ghost presence and futures on this one. They're going a little wild on this one. But you know how they wouldn't see it your way or bend to anything. They'd like compromise. What's the word, right? Never would. That's the problem on this one. And now they're sitting at, oh my gosh, they're calling everybody that they went behind your back and talked, they talked bad, right? Now they're having to go back and be like, you know all that stuff I said about Gemini? I'm sorry, but it was all said in the heat of the moment. I made half of it up. Do you know what everybody's telling them? They're all sitting there going, we know. You have a track record, cross-watcher. That's all. Hierophant. Some of y'all, they actually did find spirituality because of you. You awoke this person. You got a habit of doing that, don't you? In the best possible way. You sneak in and start people healing. But this one's a keeper, okay? It's kind of like me building my Knight Rider car. I built 3 of those things and shipped them off to other people to start businesses, buy my first house and stuff. But now I'm building the one that's my keeper car. There's my gas pedal. I started there, right? So this one's the one that gets the best donor car, the best parts, everything rebuilt from the ground up and stuff like that. This is that person. And it's, you know what it is? Some of you guys, maybe somebody needs body work done to their car or a paint job on their car. Somebody driving around with a dented fender or missing a mirror or a taillight I'm seeing. I have no clue why those are specific. The thing that it is, when I go and send that 40-year-old Firebird out for body work and paint to turn it black and make it look perfect and line the parts up, I know that car is going to be gone for a while before I get it back, right? But I know when I get it back, it's going to be just like glass when it looks so flawless and perfect. And that is why it is taking long, but they're going to come in so flawlessly perfect. And I know there's a little bit of doubting energy on that one, but remember, we're in a new Earth timeline with the shifts that have happened since that new moon in Virgo especially. That's what's caused the change on this one, all right? So, man, those dreams they're having about you, I won't tell, but whoa. Yeah, they saved everything in the phone too. Oh, my word. Pisces energy is here. Cancer is pretty strong too. Sagittarius, Aquarius. Could even be another Gemini. But yeah, it's a little bit of an exercise in free will. And there's a lot of repeating sevens. There's 7, there's a 7, there's a 7. Some of you guys could even be noticing a lot of repeating sevens. But you know what? Especially what you've been going through. 3 sevens, that's the energetical jackpot, right? Some of you guys could be dealing with the July 7th Cancerian. Or July 1st. The 17th comes in on this too. But I'm going to call it because you got an energetical jackpot. All right. And when I get this coming out in a reading, that's going to tell me to let you know that if you are so inclined and you're near a gas station or a petrol station and you see in the big clear acrylic case all the scratch off lottery tickets, find the one that has this much of these goldish, orangish, reddish colors to it. Okay. $10 or less. Don't break the budget. Let's be thrifty. And it's got to be on a big roll. Okay. Because they print the winners at the end of the rolls. So you don't want the smaller rolls. So look for the big roll. $10 or less, and come back and comment what you win on it. Okay, this has worked out a bunch of times. All right, I'm going to share the wealth in your way too because I love my Geminis, and so does this person. This person's like, Archer, stay away from my Gemini. I'm like, well, I'm just reading the cards, dude. Innocent third-party bystander. They're like, oh, the jealousy got to be a lot on them, right? Ace of Cups. I love it. Literally, my Sag grandma's explanation. that when somebody has actually done the work in the King of Cups, the card of self-love, remember the King of Cups turns the cup inward, Pisces energy to heal. The Queen of Cups pours the card out onto everybody. But when somebody's done the King of Cups work on themselves, they can come back with the Ace of Cups, and that's a fresh start. Not picking up where we left off, because you don't want that cycle to repeat anymore, but a new start, okay? With a straight up apology. Something about the wishing well comes out and resonates too. I really think so. But I'm not seeing like one in a city park. I'm seeing, maybe you got this in your yard or you drive past it in somebody else's yard, because I'm seeing those wooden wishing wells that people, like the decorative wells that people put in their flower gardens and stuff. You know what I mean? Maybe about 4 foot tall or some stuff, right? Something like that might resonate. But I do like the direction this is going, okay? Because you know what it is? We're witnessing the death of arrogance. Cardinal energy. Cancer, Aries, Libra, and Capricorn. Also fixed. Scorpio, Aquarius, Taurus, and Leo. Okay, it doesn't have to be their sun sign, but it's part of their chart that is the part being energized in order for them to work on witnessing. And wow. So the thing on this is, they're at the end of their Gilded Age. I should have used the Titanic deck for you, okay? Because they're at a point. See the Chariot and the Eight of Wands here? This shows that there's a guaranteed forward momentum towards you, right? Especially if you guys live at a distance. Some of you guys haven't even gotten to meet this person in person yet, and it's all been an online thing, right? The thing on this is, they're moving so fast, just like the Titanic was. So what we're witnessing with the death of arrogance here is the end of the Gilded Age. Their Gilded Age, as Mark Twain called it, coined it, whatever, especially for those coins that you're seeing on your path. But anyways, it's the end of the Gilded Age for them. This happens. It's a cycle repeating itself. It happened to the Titanic. It happened to a lot of other events. Look them up. I won't bore you to tears with it. But your person's been moving so fast. Runner energy, that's the wishy-washy in and out that it led to, that they don't realize it, but they're heading towards a metaphorical iceberg that they don't see coming, and they won't slow down. Okay? Metaphorical, not a real iceberg. But the thing on this is, that iceberg is going to knock them off of their pedestal. Okay? They've kind of put themselves on this pedestal, and pride always goes before the fall. Let's rephrase that. Pride always goes before the dark night of the soul. Okay? So that's what happens onto this one. And okay, I'm only laughing because you will laugh, okay? You will laugh at this because with the Chariot card on the Eight of Wands, you will not be getting an I'm sorry text or a hey text like my Ace of Swords cards. You, however, are going to get the Epiphany novel. This is a lot of word vomit coming your way. Look how fast those two chariots are moving, right? This is this isn't just I'm sorry or hey, this is like, oh my God, I have realized you are the one. Like you've been there. You remember it, that thing where you have epiphany after epiphany and you're running around in your apartment going crazy, trying to make all the ends meet and telling everybody everything and sending multiple. That's what you're gonna get. That's the point that they're at. Okay. So you will giggle when you get it and be like, bless their heart. Look at this. They're going through their dark night of the soul, just like Archer said. No, Gemini, you are the one. It's amazing. I have discovered everything. There's signs. Have you heard about signs? And you're like, yes, I've heard about the signs. No, it's, oh my gosh. Are you my twin flame? And you're like, yeah, I'm your twin flame. Okay. Calm down. Right? So you might giggle a little bit, and then you guys can have an actual serious conversation about the direction of where things are going. I do like that for you. I'm only giggling because you're going to do it too. You're going to be like, oh my gosh, I remember this part. Bless their heart. Okay, it's cool. All right. I hope that helps. I'm not going to call out the signs because they are all showing up for you. Okay. There's a, I'm just going to straight up tell you, Seven of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, you've got more than just the one person on your mind that realizes they missed out on a great opportunity with you. Okay. No wonder you can't sleep at night because like, hey, cross watchers, Gemini needs to sleep. Y'all can't keep calling Gemini back in your dreams. All right. They got the astral project, like, and there's right. They're only twins, you know, there's not 20 of them. You know what I mean? So let Gemini sleep. Take one night off. There's stuff on TV. Just watch that. All right. We're good. Anyways, Gemini, I will see you tomorrow and every Tuesday for your live individual reading. And I do hope this helps. All right. Love you. 10 of Wands, please cut. Oh my God, 10 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles, 10. Oh geez, that's all the 10s. See, they're a tea kettle getting ready to pop. All right, come back and let us know when they reached out and sent you 50 different text messages that are word novels, please. Okay, because that way you know they're on the right path and they're coming back. It leads to your door. All right, so I love you, Gemini. You have the patience of a saint. I'm going to call the Archdiocese and have you nominated, Gemini. I mean it. Okay. I don't like Gemini being the scapegoat of the Zodiac. I love Gemini. I got 2 Gemini placements that support you guys. It's not Gemini's fault that the world don't understand you guys. You know what I mean? Okay. Hey, Punky. What's up, Punky Brewster? How you doing, Cleo? Hey, Ralph. What up? Sarah, how are you guys doing? And Anime, what up? Renee, how's it going, girl? Spinny hugs. Hey, Nikki, you are welcome, darling. All right. Hey, Bright Moon Fairy. I know. Hey, Jen. What's cooking? All right, you guys ready? Let's go for it. Jenna, oh my gosh, what up? All right, let's do it, Cancer. You ready to flood this chat? You got to do what Mac, Melissa, and everybody's doing. Let's see some crabs. Let's see some butter emojis. Let's rally the crabs. Rally the troops. Let's do it. And post up. You post your birthday down there. I'm looking for my July 7th birthday twins. Where y'all at? Better than you're expecting, Renee. Let me know how it turns out. You're going to be very happy. Anyways, I can't tell you anymore. God, I can say no more. Please say no more. It's that scene in Help where Paul's dancing with the woman. And he's like, I can say no more. Say no more. I can't say no more. Okay, I can say no more. All right, Cancer, are you ready for this? Let's do it to it, Cancer. You are going to be at 5606. All right. I haven't touched this deck yet. Let's go for it. You guys ready? Let's do it to it. All right. Hey, Cancer, what's up? And definitely hang out, Cancer, because your individual collective reading, we're going to do that one live on Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern, every Wednesday. Subscribe, be a part of the fam. Queen Bee, thanks for being here, hon. You're right on time, girl. I love it. All right, let's tap in and tune into Cancer energy. Queen Bee and the rest of the Cancerians are here. Let's rally the crabs, just like we said. Let's go for it. All right, Cancer. Give me everything we got for Cancer, please, and thank you. Thoughts, feelings, emotions, etc., so on and so forth. Let's do it. Give me 2 shuffles. Here we go. Ready? 1 and 2. These are big cards. This is a big deck. Let's love this deck for the crazy, cool Cancerians, because Cancer don't want no scrubs, TLC style. Judgment. Ooh, interesting. I like this. Now, the question is it God casting judgment on them? Who is it? 4 of Wands. Oh, my word. The Twin Flame. The 4 of Wands has come out for every reading so far. It is going to be Twin Flame Reek at Archer Astrology. The Ace of Cups. Oh, my gosh. On the 3 of Wands. Cancer, this is an unexpected reading. Whoa. Okay. Just give me cards. I need more. Queen of Wands. The 3rd time's the charm. 6 of Swords. Somebody's seeing things from a different perspective with the Magician. The 7 of Cups, the 8 of Pentacles. You guys might work together, but they're working on it. The 8 of Wands. Ooh, somebody could be born on the 8th, definitely. 10 of Wands and the King of Pentacles. You guys are going to wind up living together. I can't get past this. Some of you guys are already making plans to move even, but it's staring me down like a barrel on this one. Due to living situations, you guys wind up together. Really? Like they lose a job or change because of a job or something changes in the 7 of Cups. And then this is interesting. It is you that made the judgment call because this person is shocked you made the choice you quietly made. Scorpio energy on the judgment card. Yeah. The 4 of Wands, the Ace of Cups. I think some of you guys, it's like you made a choice regarding a past person that kept trying to become a third party. And you know, the one that like kept asking you to wait forever and forever while they were still kind of partying and living it up and stuff, right? I think you quietly cast judgment on it. 4 of Wands, the Ace of Cups. This is interesting. This is going in a direction I didn't expect it to. They kept asking you to wait forever while they made a choice, right? Because they thought you would wait forever because of how much you were in love with them. And they kind of used it to their advantage in a form. You know, how like... And then... Oh, it's a classic symptom. Oh my gosh, we have a cycle repeating itself, Cancer, because just about this point is when the soulmate showed up. And you went in that direction. This is interesting. Hold on. I got to get the puzzle piece for TikTok. TikTok thinks I fell asleep at the wheel. Hold on. Come on, puzzle piece. There we go. Perfect. Okay, we're back. Yeah. So this is interesting because King of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands, you're looking good and doing good. King of Cups, you've made it through your journey. You shocked the cross watcher. Oh my gosh. Ten of Wands. Look at them, Cancer. They're like, why hasn't Cancer called me back yet? I can't focus on my work. I can't do why wait, Cancer's supposed to be chasing me. I thought Cancer was in love with me. Why did Cancer just stop? You know what I mean? The thing on this is the one they kept asking you to wait, because they thought that but then you shocked them. Sagittarius, Pisces, Virgo, Gemini energy, Aquarius, because the Six of Swords. It's like you saw something from a different perspective. So, so the soulmate showed up. And here Cancer's trying to make things work in this direction, wondering what's going on. Meanwhile, this person's like, hey, I'm ready. And then you're like, what? What's going on now? How did I go from everybody ignoring my existence to having this going on? And remember, this is the week ahead, so it's going to get really interesting for you, okay? Because somehow through the grapevine, the past person heard about the new person, right? Because you're trying to make things work with this person, the person on your mind, and then this person keeps showing up and coming in. This is, wow, it's complicated. I'm hearing Cancer going, this is complicated. Let me get more cards on this. Cancer, you're dealing with a twin flame and a soulmate. That card just got chucked at me. The Four of Pentacles. And it literally went right over my heart chakra. Literally, the Four of Pentacles made me into the Four of Pentacles. So your past is shocked that you moved on, but you're being called to follow your path with the Magician. You're laying seeds. You're making the plans for the future that you want. Okay? And yet this person's like it's like you're working on this and a knock comes on the door out of the blue. Some of you guys might live close to each other or they're going to travel to visit you and you're just minding your own business and you're like, who's that? Who could be that? Right? Four of Pentacles. It's this person. Well, they're busy making sandcastles in the sky. They're a daydreamer too, aren't they? This past here that it just reaches out just as you're going for something new. It's just like what happened to you when you were younger, right? This happened when you're maybe in, I don't know, high school, college years. You know, you were involved with that one that was the one for at that time in your life. And that one decided to go their own way. So you went another way. As soon as that person caught wind that you had moved on, then all of a sudden they come back being like, Cancer, I changed my mind. And back then you went that way and messed it up, right? Because as soon as you went back to them, they left you. But now we're in now, right? You're older, wiser, and you're like, I sense it. I feel it coming. Eight of Pentacles. I've been prepared for this. You already know the right decision to make too. Nine of Swords. The Four of Pentacles gets left on quiet. Page of Wands, Two of Swords, Eight of Cups, and we're right back around to the Four of Wands. You made the right choice. This has had you stressed out. Because you're like, I am really torn on this one. I gave them all this time to think about it, Archer. Why do they keep coming into my reading? Oh. Cancer, you've been finding a lot of readings that either don't resonate to you or you're like, why does that person keep showing up? Why does that keep showing up? Right? Just like how they tried to control you back then, they still come into your energy now with the Page of Wands. Leo energy. And it's like they're looking everywhere for you with that flashlight. Some of you guys, they do drive past your home, right? It's the third party trying to be a third party that's not a third party, right? Because I don't even see you telling this person anything about it. You're like, come here, Two of Swords. You're like, nope, not today, Satan. This happened to me decades ago. I know the answer this time. I'm going to do this way. And then the abundance shows up. King of Pentacles. Look. And look, the past person can't believe it with the Eight of Cups. They haven't even been doing their chores or their dishes. Look at the dishes piling up. Well, they're like, I can't believe Cancer Eight of Cups on me when I was trying to Eight of Cups on Cancer. It's like Cancer, this third party that is not a third party, right? They thought they were playing you so much that they didn't notice you played them back at the same game. You were wise and awoke to what they were running, And that's why you just Two of Swords and you're like, you know what, I'm ready for different. And then every time you try to walk away, they're like, oh no, Cancer, hold on, give me a little bit more time. I'm coming. I'm elevating. I'm doing the work. I'm finding the way. Eight of Wands. Some of you guys even had to move or relocate as a result of this. You could have lost your job, lost your home, or had to just move and relocate due to stalkers and crazy vibes like that. And then somehow they always show up, right? Sagittarius energy, Gemini is strong. You've got Libra, Taurus. Aries is here with Virgo, more Pisces, more Scorpio, and Aquarius. Ace of Cups. Oh my gosh, we're like full circle back around. Five of Wands and the four of Wands on the Ten of Swords. I did say you're going to wind up passing this test and marrying the person on your mind. I told you guys are going to live in together. The Four of Wands won't go away, Cancer. Your reading this week is going to be a twin flame reading. That was spiritual air clearing, because you're going to get to finally breathe a sigh of relief, okay? What I'm seeing on this one here is that this whole thing that's going on, where the past reaches out just as you're going for the new, or for some of you guys, somebody's trying to disconnect from one to be ready for the other, because this shift is a big lesson for your past people about respecting your time, your heart, and your feelings, instead of thinking they could leave you hanging forever. I don't know why, but I'm okay. That is in sync. It's tearing up my heart when I'm with you. Unless I'm wrong, and Mama T will chime in the chat, be like, Archer, that's Backstreet Boys. I don't know. The thing on this is, now, okay, cool. So now we're into this energy. It's a lot to process, but it'll work out. Okay. So I'm going to actually filter the energy for you, because the person on your mind, okay, this thing here, this Eight of Wands to the Ace of Cups, the one you're going to move in with and live together. I like this. Some of you guys already do. Okay. What I'm seeing in this part here is that you guys are from different upbringings, right? Okay. Like raised with different family values. Maybe they're very hyper independent, right? Hyper independent due to having to basically raise themselves by themselves. You know what I mean? Totally different upbringing than the other person that keeps trying to jump in. You know what I mean? Is it in sync? Thanks, Melissa. I asked Mama T. That's my department. So the thing on this is it's neglect. Like they had to raise themselves from childhood, basically. And that's why they're currently working on finding themselves for you, to be ready for you. Ten of Wands to the King of Cups. They're very happy to have you in their life. Ace of Cups on the King of Cups. Cancer, Pisces energy. This is showing me here that it's an award. It's like that TikTok. It's like a reward, right? Oh my gosh, this person totally knows how to butter your crab legs. Oh my, it's Ace of Cups and it's coming across as Ace of Wands. I can't fight the feeling. Ooga chaka. Cancer, this person really likes you. King of Cups, so much so that they're learning how to change themselves for you, because they've gotten through so much in their life that led them to having to be hyper independent and fend for themselves, that they're working to change that and open up, because everything that they've been through, like everything that you've been through, they might even have a crazy ex with them too. Some of you guys, maybe this is Cancer on Cancer, and you guys both got exes that are just like, nobody loves like a Cancer. I must have my Cancer. And you two are like, just whoa, right? Strong waters and fire energy on this. But the thing on it is, though, they are currently working to find themselves for you, so you guys can have a talk and work out a compromise in order to blend two people's lives into one. That's a Spice Girls song, to become one. Anyways, this part here works out. And even the energy of this past energy, the third party that's trying to be a third party that's not a third party, happily water will seek its own level. They'll find someone. You and your person wind up happily together, and even your person's crazy ex-boyfriend or girlfriend, water always seeks its own level. And even karmics deserve love too, right? And in the end, it works out for all 6 of you. Well, that'd be an interesting double date, wouldn't it? How'd you guys meet? We met at Cancer and their person's wedding. Oh, cool. That's fun. Anyhow, I hope that helps, Cancer. Okay. You literally have, God, you got everything showing up here. You got all the fire signs, all the water signs. So Aries, Leo, Sag, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. All the signs have shown up for you. Oh my gosh. Okay, for those of you that this isn't resonating yet, hang tight, come back in 1 to 7 days. You're gonna be like, oh my gosh, Archer, exactly. What? I love you, Cancer. Your reading is gonna be really interesting this week. I'll see you back here Wednesday, every Wednesday, 3 p.m. Eastern for your live reading. All right. I love you, Cancer. I hope that helped. Was she punky? Posh Spice was mine. Posh Spice was my favorite. Victoria. Ginger was fun and cool though, but I always had a thing for Posh Spice. Damn you, David Beckham. No, I'm just kidding. What was Victoria Beckham? Is she a Pisces or a Virgo? What is she? I don't remember. I think, if I remember right, I think what Ginger was, I think she was a Gemini. Wasn't she? Anyways, okay. Why are we even going down that road? You are very welcome, Donna. Okay, Angel 1111. I'm rubber, you're glue. That means you rock too. All right, let's dig into who's next. It's Leo. I know, right? All right, let's go for it. There we go. All right, cool. Leo, you're going to be at 11111. Oh, that is nice. That is so a Frankie timestamp. I love Frankie timestamps. She has always been so good at timestamps. I suck at timestamps. What deck do you want to use, Leo? What should we do? That old boat still. Leo, can I use Titanic, Leo? Let's talk about the Titanic. All right, Leo. I love when I do this. The Titanic deck is my twin flame and soulmate deck because on the Titanic, we had 2,200 people. There were a lot of divine masculines and feminines that were separated when that ship went down through the years of research that I've done on it. And a lot of divine masculines were on the ship while the divine feminines were back at home in Southampton and that. So there was a lot of separations that were catalysts or catalytic or created or whatever that happened. There's English because of the sinking of the Titanic. So I don't know why. Something about Titanic. I bet you the Titanic makes news in the week ahead. Let's find out. I'll ask my friend Melissa. She'll know. All right, let's go. All right, tap me into Leo energy. Give me 2 shuffles for Leo. I have no clue how the Titanic resonates to you, Leo, but I liked you already. You want to talk? I can bore you to tears. I'm better than Benadryl if I start talking about the Titanic. I've been told that. It's cool. All right, give me 2 shuffles for Leo. You ready? Here we go. Because Leo, the sun is up. The sky is blue, it's beautiful, and so are you, dear Leo. Won't you let me love this deck? Let's go. Overall energy, the 7 of Pentacles. The parable of the sower comes in because even though you've been through the sinking of the Titanic's energy already, you've made it through it. You're counting what you brought with you, and you're out of an energetical storm. The Magician card on the 5 of Swords that leads to the World card and the Page of Cups. My man, Charles Lightoller, Aries energy, shows up on the Page of Cups. He's photobomb guy on the Titanic. This guy showed up in parts of the Titanic he was not supposed to be at. There's pictures of him being all smirky in the gangway door. They're trying to pull out a port. The lookouts are up in the crow's nest looking for binoculars, and he pops up and he's like, "What's up? What you guys doing?" They're like, "What are you doing up here?" He's like, "Nothing. What you doing up here?" Like, "We're looking out. What are you doing?" He's like, "Looking out? All right, mind your business." And he just disappears. He's weird like that, but he's cool. This person's going to pop up out of the blue just as you're closing out a cycle in the 5 of Swords, too. Leo, I love it. In the week ahead, you're coming to the end of a lot of resting 5 of Swords face energies. If you got people being like, "Leo, what's wrong? Why do you always look so in the face or something?" And you're like, "Nothing is wrong. Stop doing that." You're coming to the end of it. There's some love coming in for you. Taurus, Gemini, Virgo, Aquarius, everybody with the World card, Cancer, and Aries, because Lighttoller's on there. Okay, let's go. Ace of Cups. Nice. Wow, you got strong Cancer energy coming out in this reading. Some of you guys might even be a cusper. No, some of you guys even got, either cusper or strong Cancer in your chart. The Hermit, the 7 of Wands. This is all cusper, too. There's the Leo Cancer energy. There's the Leo Virgo energy. Then we got the Eight of Wands. Out of the silence on the Nine of Swords, there's forward movement with the Eight of Wands on the Strength card to the Two of Pentacles. Nice. See, this person regrets making you their scapegoat. J. Bruce Ismay is on my Two of Pentacles, the man who was vilified in the Titanic. That man did not sneak into a lifeboat. He didn't cower. I will defend J. Bruce Ismay till I go to my great reward, because that man was told to get into the lifeboat by Chief Officer Wilde, and I will stand by that to the end, last breath. And yet, thanks to fake news, yellow journalism, he was made out to be the scapegoat of the Titanic, just like you've been the scapegoat in life, right? And yet you didn't suspect that they would do this to you. You feel like it was all planned and calculated. Like how when Ismay was on the Carpathia sending, please hold the Cedric in New York for the Titanic survivors, right? And just so he didn't get caught, he decided to spell his name backwards on the transmissions, Yamsey. Yeah, that was real cryptic. That's the one thing that's the one thing I knocked Bruce about. I'm like, if you're gonna hide stuff, you got to do better. The thing on this is, you do feel like they calculated the whole thing. I just went Five of Swords face for you. I'm feeling it too, because you've been through a heck of a lot with that Strength card coming in, where it's almost like they figured it was easier to ask for forgiveness than permission. And that hurt worse than if they'd asked for permission, right? Gemini energy with the Nine of Swords. I'll just deal with it later. And the silence is what's starting to get to him a little bit on this Nine of Swords. Because this here, it wasn't the sound of the iceberg hitting the ship or anything. People didn't notice it unless they were in the front of the ship. It was the moment that Captain Smith finally stopped the engines for the last time, because what they don't talk about often is after the iceberg hit and it had been stopped, Captain Smith tried to start the thing back up. He's like, let's slow ahead a little bit and see what's happening. He found out it wasn't going to be so great. But when the engine stopped for the last time, that's when people woke up, because the vibrations of the steel, the ship was like, why have we stopped? We're in the middle of the ocean. That's not right. The silence is that point of being like, why did Leo stop? Seven of Wands, because you're protecting your Six of Wands victory, like Robert Hitchens. Okay, this thing, he was the guy he was the quartermaster. He's the one that Molly Brown threatens to throw overboard in the lifeboat in the movie. That really happened. She really did come at him like that, because he started having a panic attack and freaking out in the lifeboat. All right, which his hands were on the wheel, so it's understandable. But the thing on this is, they always left you feeling confused and doubting yourself after they would have panic attacks or freakouts, whatever their version is. Even though I'm not a doctor, the Hermit card is. He's the Dr. House in my decks, which tells me that for some of you guys, you could have been dealing with somebody that might have had anxiety, depression, or even a little bit of bipolar disorder. I'm not diagnosing. I'm only pulling the energy on the card. With this Eight of Wands, though, what it feels like, though, is that even when they did this before, you would turn the other cheek. Time after time. Oh, you would turn the other cheek time. How many times did they do this to you? Leo. Oh my gosh, no wonder with the Four of Swords you had to put a pause to all this, because the emotions are all over the board. Six of Swords. They needed to see things from a different perspective, and yet the world kept spinning and life kept drifting. The Four of Cups, literally, God handed them you a gift. Ace of Cups to the Four of Cups. Look at God reaching out off to the side of the card, being like, hey, cross watcher, here's your cup. It's a Leo. You'll like them. They're fun. You'll like them. They make you happy. And they took the present and like tossed it in the trash. I don't want it. I want these cups down here. That's something that used to tick Jesus off. If people were more worried about polishing the outside of the cups than how much love goes into the cup, that would cause Jesus to tip a table in a temple or two from time to time. Say that 3 times fast. But they're realizing this. They're realizing how many times you turned the other cheek after it became too much for your heart to handle. Four of Cups on the Four of Swords. The repeating fours, they might even speak to you. Some of you guys could be a life path number 4, born on the 4th. The thing on this is, they're realizing how much they confused you because of what they were going through. You are very heavy on each other's minds. There's a lot of regret. The Hanged Man to the King of Pentacles. Even this, they're in that energy of, how did I get here? How did I do this? The age difference might have been a factor for some of you guys. King of Pentacles. I do see this as being a little bit of an ego too, because that's John Jacob Astor, the wealthiest man on the ship. So I think for a lot of them, they might have cherished money over love. Some of you guys might even have had to support them financially more than just emotionally until it became to be a lot. And that's the thing, though. I'm hearing Blondie's song, Heart of Glass. Once had love, and it was a gas. Soon turned out, had a heart of glass. Blondie's pretty good like that. Good song. The thing on this is, I do see for some of you guys, maybe children were even a factor involved into it. Hermit card shows them getting work on the Page of Wands because they open mouth and insert foot, right? Now, the only reason I pull that on this one was because this is Murdoch, okay? Murdoch had to make a split-second decision. He did not have time to think, right? He had to turn the boat because I've channeled him before. You honestly, if you're driving the company's brand new flagship boat, you really just going to run that thing sender bud and head on right into the iceberg? All the people are like, oh, if it had hit head on, it would have been fine. So if you're in a car and you're going to get into a car accident, you're just going to be like, that's okay, we're fine, sender bud, right? You're going to do everything you can to avoid it. He had to make a decision. Your person also had to make a decision too. And they regret the one they made with the Moon card to the Emperor on the Queen of Cups. Wow, heavy Cancer energy. But yeah, Cancer, Aries is pretty strong here. Then you've also got Pisces. Sagittarius comes in along with Virgo, Capricorn. Could be another Leo. Gemini's here too. Doesn't have to be their sun sign though, but it's definitely the part of their chart that realizes that trying to make you feel like an option, it hurt more than it helped. You know what I mean? They're realizing that. So they regret giving up on this so soon. Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups does speak about unconditional love, and the Queen of Cups sometimes pours her heart out on her sleeve, you know, right? The thing on this is that if they'd known then what they know now, they wouldn't have cast you aside without a backwards glance. They regret it with that Three of Wands, right? It's like the energy of J. Bruce Ismay again on this Two of Pentacles when he was asked at the inquiries after the sinking, and they asked him what he saw, and he said, I did not look. I turned my back. I could not see that ship sink. He wasn't the scapegoat. To him, he was very proud of the Titanic. It was his baby. His father started the company. His father built everything, and then he carried it on. The Titanic was the culmination. That's why even the first ship was named Olympic. His father loved the name Olympic. Olympic was named not only for the triumph, the gods, the Titans, the Olympians, the Greek gods of mythology, but also as a little tribute to his father, Thomas Ismay. The thing on this is, they're having such a hard time looking back on you because the awakening they went through, it has them in love with you. And they regret giving up on it so soon because their bit, their shtick, it worked on everybody else. They could walk away from anybody else without a backwards glance. Capricorn energy. No problema. Let's move forward. But with you, it's different. They wish they'd had time to think on this beforehand instead of reacting the same way that they reacted to everybody else in their past, that if they'd actually taken the time to talk to you about this instead of going off on you when you didn't suspect it. That's the thing. And all they did was make you more nervous and insecure because of their intensity, the anger, Aries and Cancer energy. Aries with the Emperor, Two of Cups for Cancer, and the Moon card, Cancer Pisces. I called it with the High Priestess. For some of you guys, they've gotten tarot readings on you because you awoke their spirituality and now they're diving into it. Remember how they thought they were just pretty little cards, Leo, right? They're totally figuring out that there's way more to it than that. Okay, so the thing on this is, you know how every time you brought this up, they would just totally High Priestess, hide it behind the veil, shrug it, blow it off. Oh, Leo, just relax. You are overreacting, Leo. Mind games, total mind games, John Lennon style. Mind games together, catching the mantra, space and time. They're real. It's thing that you're the one. You know, I would love to like give it some awesome in-depth thing, but no, they're literally just looking at me going, Leo was the one, and I screwed it up straight up with the Moon card. They're receiving the consequences of their actions. You know, if they'd known then what they know now, they wouldn't have done this to you. That's the thing. Either the age difference or the difference in life experiences was the biggest part of this. Like somebody grew up watching people act out in anger their whole time. Somebody else grew up in a very loving connection. And it caused a little bit of a conflict trying to merge the two. The thing on it is they had to really work on reprogramming years of fight or flight response, right? And they kept taking it out on you. All right, I do see an open, honest conversation coming for you guys. Now, I'm not going to sugarcoat it, though. I'm going to give it to you straight. It's not going to be just one of these beautiful Hallmark movie moments, because it's going to be a real conversation, okay? It's like the movie Fireproof, in that behind the scenes, they have been working to change themselves without you knowing it, going around to everybody that'll still talk to them, being like, this is what happened. How do I make it better? What do I do? Okay? That movie might even resonate to you. But the thing on this is, it's going to be one of those, it's going to get intense a few times. It's going to have some awkward silence at a few times. But this time is the one that perseveres through it. And you guys will actually, it winds up being a long, open conversation. Might go really late into the evening. You know, one of those like you guys used to have back in the day, right? Even if you're at a distance, might just be over FaceTime, phone call, WhatsApp, text message. But it's an honest, slow-paced convo coming in that through the intensity, through the calm moments, it results in learning to compromise. So both people's opinions and influences the relationship going forward. I love it for you. Why now, Archer? Two of Cups, because now's the time. It's written in your guys' blueprint. This is when it's supposed to happen. And I love it for you. Somehow these two even figured out how to get to the front end of the boat. This wouldn't have happened. I don't care. Movie energy, it's fine. So it's Romeo and Juliet on the Titanic. Anyways, I still would James Cameron. I don't know if he's a Leo or not. I really should have checked that. But all the Titanic historians, we are waiting for the moment that James Cameron does his version of the Beatles and reissues Titanic, but he takes out all the Jack and Rose scenes and he puts in all the cutting room floor deleted scenes, because those are all the historically accurate ones. Like Captain Smith shouting in the megaphone to make lifeboat number 6 come back to the ship, and lifeboat number 6 ignoring them. All those scenes, all the historically accurate scenes, are laying on the cutting room floor. And as soon as James Cameron reissues it, it's going to be the bestest movie. All the Jack and Rose pulled out, all the historically accurate put in, and it's like a night to remember on steroids. And it's on my bucket list. So, are you serious, T-Boat? Cameron is a Leo? Oh, I picked the right sign to bring that up in. See, everything I do is channeling. God's like, don't worry, we got you, Archer. I love you, Jim Cameron, but could you? You don't got to give me a penny for it. Free business idea. It's all cool, James Cameron. It's cool. But I guarantee you, me and my one newscaster friend down in Kentucky, all right, she's on TikTok and YouTube, My Fair Lady Melissa. Y'all should follow her. We will totally watch a remake of Titanic without the Jack and Rose, with all the historically accurate stuff in it. All right, anyways, meanwhile, Leo, you guys are going to wind up watching a movie together in the future, okay? Straight up. I can literally see the movie night for you two. Ace of Cups, it is fresh love. I love it. And remember, the Cancerian energy also speaks of the forgiveness, the apologies, and the real unconditional love that allows you guys to come through these trying times without them constantly fight or flight kicking in. You've taught them so much more than you're giving yourself credit for. And that I love for you, Leo. All right. I will see you on Wednesday at 4 p.m. Eastern for your live collective reading. All right. Otherwise, until then, I hope it helps and I love you. All right. Next up, on to Virgo. I am loving the energies tonight. Hey, Tamara. Oh, thank you, Lisa. Spinny hugs. Tamara. Awesome, awesome. All right, let's go for it. Hey, Lee, what's up? Tia B is here. Gabriella. Lefty. What up? Lefty. Southpaws. Southpaws. Power of the Southpaw. All right. Bill's is lefty, too. I need to do some more base covers. I got to work on that. All right, let's see. Who is next? Virgos. Virgo in the house. Happy birthday, Virgo. Virgolicious definition, make them all go loco. They want your treasures, so they get them. We're not going to sing the next line. Okay. Apparently, we're going to use the shadow deck. So we're going to take a look at you and your person's blueprints. All right, let's check it out. Virgo, you're going to be at 128.50. All right, let's do it to it. Hey, Virgo, what's up? Thanks for being here. Hope you're doing well. Virgo, we're going to see what's going on. It's your birthday, and you need a spinny hug. Birthday spinny hugs. I got you covered. I'm actually putting the deck down for this one. So my deck's jam that tells me you need the spinny hug, and it's your birthday, so you got to get a really big spinny hug. Okay? Birthday spinny hugs for Virgo. I'm going to grip you up. I'm going to hug you and sing happy birthday really off key, and it's going to drive you crazy. Then I'm going to pick you up. I'm going to spin you around like you're in a Jeep with the tops off. Your hair's going to blow in the breeze. You're going to be Virgolicious. You're going to love it. All right. So I hope you have the best one yet. There's a little peace and love for you for your birthday, Virgo. You make it the best solar return yet. And I'm going to find out why you needed a spinny hug. So let's do it to it. All right, let's go for it. Could I use the GTA deck for, that's the original hero deck for the channel. I absolutely will for you, Mac. Is that Macadala? The OG Macadala? You got it. Sagittarius gets the original hero deck. I'm gonna have to go grab, I'll grab it. It's it's on my producer desk over there by the other computers. I'll go grab it for Sag. You got it. If y'all got a request, pop it in. I'll request free. I'll read certain decks for certain signs. But right now, we're gonna find out what's up for Virgo. Let's do it. Give me 2 shuffles. Why did Virgo need the spinny hug? The Moon card to the 10 of Pentacles, because you fear your 10 of Pentacles has eluded you or has gotten away. You're wondering what you could have done differently to get them to open up. This one's not on you. It's on them. The shadow card's here too. You started them on a path to do some shadow work with the Page of Cups to get them to come in correct on the 8 of Cups, elevated and on your level, where they no longer make you feel like a 7 of Cups option. Toby's been testing them in the desert with the Judgment card, right? That's Toby and Jesus walking through the desert, and Toby's like, hey, you look kind of hot. I bet you there's a Dr. Pepper machine over there. And Jesus is like, Dr. Pepper doesn't exist. No. He's like, okay, well, there's probably a Hilton up there. I got reward points. Jesus is like, stop it, Toby. This person's cutting out the options and the temptations to come your way, because with the Empress card, you have their heart. Look at Mary's heart on there. Some of you guys actually channel the Virgin Mary directly. That's a very high level. All right, let's see where this goes. You ready, Virgo? Here we go. 1 and 2. Let's love this deck for the vivacious, Virgolicious Virgos. Happy birthday. Overall energy is the 6 of Cups, Scorpio energy, and a little bit of clearing out some childhood karma or just getting rid of some of the programming that their parents taught them when they were kids. Tower card that leads right to the 6 of Wands. Oh my gosh. You have answers coming in with the Emperor. They are going to want to explain this to you. 6 of Cups, Tower card. They're not doing that well without you. They're going around to everybody else with this Tower card, trying to be like, night, Mama T. Love you, Mom. They're going around to everybody with this Tower card being like, oh my gosh, do you know what I did to Virgo? Oh, what am I going to do now? And yet you're sitting here on your side and you're wondering, like, what could I have done differently? They're freaking out behind the scenes. They might not be letting it show, but they'll talk to anybody that'll listen. All right, see the Fool card, the Devil card, and the 10 of Cups. They know you're their 10 of Cups. The Fool card, the 3 of Swords, Page of Cups, 7 of Cups, Judgment card. Okay. The Fool card. This was just getting off the ground too. This isn't on you. It's on them. You know what? Here's the thing. The devil wants you to totally think. Toby wants you to think that they're self-destructive or self-destructing this, okay? It's not that. They do want something with you, 10 of Cups. Toby's got you doubting it, right? Being like, I know what it is. Because Toby's like, yeah, we're going to feed on the negativity and make you think you're going to be single forever, Virgo. No, you're not. You're Virgo. No way, not a chance. Have you noticed how a Virgo fills out them jeans? What? Hey, stop it. Virgo moon. Okay, Virgo moon. And I'm talking about the jeans. No, I am told some of you guys, okay, somewhere either you or them, there's a Virgo that has a college memory that involves pants, moon. I'm not even going there. All right, Sigma Delta, Alpha Beta. Was it hazing or what? They did that in my alma mater. Anyway, hush, Archer. Anyways, I didn't do it. I had a note from the doctor. I couldn't do it. I was allergic to embarrassment and allergic to being stupid. But anyhow, the 10 of Cups on the Devil. And anybody that did do it, you know what? That's cool. You were more braver than me. I was way too closed off. So props that you were brave enough to stick your butt out the car window. I miss college. It was fun times. Anyhow, let's focus on you, okay? I'm trying to perk you up because you needed the spinny hug. Sometimes laughter is the best medicine. You know what I mean? The thing on this is they want something with you. It's their sense of identity that they have a total fear of losing. You know? It's like when they think about this with you, They go into this mindset of like, I've been on my own for so long, and I'm so used to doing things on my own schedule. Like, do I have to walk through the house quieter now? Can I not slam doors? Can I not turn the radio on full blast at 6 in the morning? Why are you up at 6 in the morning, cross watcher? Anyways, maybe they're just an early riser. I don't know. I've already been up for a while by 6 a.m. Anyways, I never sleep. I'm open day and night. The thing on this is, though, is that it's like the thought of commitment, 10 of Cups, taking things to that next stage, it just devil card. It scares them into the fear of losing themselves in the relationship. Like, okay, so before you, past relationships that they were involved in, that's what happened. This person used to very much put people on pedestals, and they used to like go all in, and what happened? They would get hurt. So by the time you guys come around, they're in this energy of like, I just do whatever I want to do. I'm going to do what everybody else did to me. And then God is sitting here being like, no, don't do that to Virgo. Virgo's not, you're supposed to, don't treat Virgo like the other ones, right? That's what awoke them on the Three of Swords, because now they're sitting there going, why did I treat Virgo like the others? You know what I mean? So it's a big fear of losing themselves into this. They're so used to relationships never working outright with anyone. They always wind up hurting the moment that they open up with the Page of Cups to the Fool card. Aries, Cancer energy on this, right? Some of you guys could be dealing with a cardinal sign. I've got Aries, Cancer, Capricorn, and Libra here pretty strong. And some of you guys might even be a Virgo, Libra cusper. You or them could be born on the 9th or the 10th, the 7th, the 3rd, the 20th, the 15th, the 25th is here, the 20th is here, 30th as well too. I'm seeing a lot of versions of 10 or derivatives of 10. And Scorpio's here so far too, along with Pisces and, man, more Libra too. Doesn't have to be their sun sign, but it's part of their chart activating when I ask about you for sure. 10 of Swords. I knew the 10s were going to start speaking to us. Queen of Cups, 10 of Wands. Which one are we missing before all the 10s we can close this cycle and reunite and get you guys working right? 10 Cups, 10 Swords, 10 Wands, 10 Pentacles. 9 of Swords into the 7 of Swords. Okay. 10 of Swords, the Queen of Cups. You know, so they wind up like quitting before you can fire them, and they never let this go full in because they're like, as soon as I open up, I'm going to lose Virgo. And it's like, no, you're actually going to lose Virgo with what you're doing right now, right? Some of you guys haven't talked in a while because of what they've been doing to you. And they're just so used to this going this way. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Here, you're interested and you wanted to see where this could go, but they're hooked up to Toby and the devil, and they're like, oh no, it's going to go so wrong. It's going to work out like every other one. I'm like, no, every other one is here. However, the 10 of Pentacles, which is straight up Virgo energy, that's the one that's not here. So Virgo's not going to treat you like everybody else. They don't have any exes in their life anymore, but they're just not fully over the trauma from it. 3 of Swords, okay? The 3 of Swords, it's not a pentacle. It's not a human being in person. This here's, it's the mind. It's a person, a place, or a thing. There's nobody else left in their life. They're just still healing from it, okay? They become so used to being single because they've been isolated for so long. I mean, you're seeing what they did that caused everybody else to walk away from them. And that's one of the reasons they haven't reached out yet, because they're telling me nobody has ever come back to them in their life. They're like, Archer, I went through a phase where I was in a pagey type, and I would be apologetic. I would beg for forgiveness. I would chase, and I would get blocked. Nobody would ever forgive me. Nobody would ever want to work anything out. No one has ever come back. And I'm like, no one? No one. 2 of Pentacles. Look, both their hands are empty, right? And so that's what led them into this energy. It's like they're a bit of an introverted extrovert. I mean, like, they're great at their job, you know. They're great at their job because they were trained to do their job. They were not trained in love. There's no handbook for love, right? And so they keep thinking that the way to get into a new relationship, including with you, is to build on what they had in the past one. And it's like, instead of like dropping back 5, punting, and being like, okay, that didn't work. So when I meet somebody else, I got to do this, this, and this differently, right? Or I got to watch for this, this, and this as a red flag. They just keep going back in and like, okay, if that one didn't work, hop back and do it again, hop back, do it again. Then they got to you, and They don't want to hop back to it again. They want to stay with you. But they tried to do it the same, like they just did the same way they started every other relationship, and it wound up resulted ending the same way as every other relationship. Yeah, there's no instruction book or anything for love. Page of Pentacles, they're still going to take a risk. So all of this is what leaves them indecisive. It comes across as indecisiveness, but they're sitting here going, wait a second, this is how I learned how to do it. This is how my daddy did it and his daddy did it, or mama, you know, no gender in tarot. I'm reading for male Virgos too. But they're like, this is how I know. This is the way I was taught to do this. And I'm like, oh, yikes. Okay. You know, it's kind of like 20s is the new 30s is the new 40s, and people don't get married in the 20s as much anymore. Now it's more about discovering and finding it until they get older. That's the thing that puts this 10 of Wands burden. That's the bad side of the 40s or the new 30s and so on and so forth. Because people get married later now. If the 20s are the new 30s and the 30s are new 40s, there you go. And that's a big part. There's an age difference too for you guys. But so what I do see off of this one is the more they check out your social media, the more they're changing their mind. Jeremiah's burdens. Even the stuff you're not posting about them, they think's about them. They watch you more than you think. So you're still actually teaching and helping them behind the scenes. With the Judgment card, they're really judging themselves really harshly about this. The thing that I do see here is that that is what's leading them your way. All right. The Capricorn energy is really strong here, but so is Gemini, Scorpio, Cancer, Aries. There's Pisces and Sagittarius here. Gemini, Taurus, a little bit of Leo. Knight of Pentacles, the Lovers, into the Nine of Cups, and the Death card, a total transformation. This here, the relationship or the connection, God had to unplug it and plug it back in. All right, did you try that first, Crosswatcher? God's like, hold on, Virgo, we'll fix this. Let's unplug your person and plug them back in. Maybe that'll help. Hold on. And it worked. Nine of Cups, the Lover's card, Nine of Pentacles into the King of Swords. They're coming your direction to have a talk about this. They're actually thinking before taking action. That's what I like about the King of Swords. He's the one that thinks first and asks questions later. So their quiet time is what's leading them to realizing that you're the right choice. They're changing their mind, and they're going to reach out and ask you to give them another chance. And at that point, see Page of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, confirmation. They'll reach out and ask you for another chance. And with the Lover's card, you have your own choice too, as to whether you accept the apology to go forward or not. However, I'm totally being told you're going to accept it. And with that Nine of Cups to the 10 of Cups, it's the plan written in the stars for you guys to wind up together. All right. Now, the reason it happened this way, if this had happened later on down the road, there would have been like mortgages, car notes. There would have been so much stuff intertwined between you two. It would have been a really bad divorce, breakup, everything. By getting this out of the way now, if you choose to forgive them, it will not happen going forward. I honestly fully believe with this Death card, they did learn their lesson on this. All right. Strong Gemini and Capricorn energy on this. Every sign is here. I'm not even going to run through it because they're all here for you. It's kind of like you guys got to circumnavigate the story of the Titanic and the New York, the ship that almost hit it as it was pulling out of port, leaving on its maiden voyage. That ironically enough, if it had let that ship hit it, it wouldn't have been in the middle of the ocean on April 14th, right? You guys actually in your timeline, the New York hit the Titanic and prevented the Titanic, your relationship, from being out in the middle of the ocean 7 years down the road and being a horrific sinking of the Titanic. This is, I know it's a lot for you, but for me as a third party observing your entire life plan with them, this is actually a fender bender. Because I see you guys back together long term on this one, and this one doesn't repeat itself again where you're like, that was a rough one. But it goes long term from there. There's children in your future too, by the way. All right. So I hope that helps. And I love you, Virgo. You're going to be an awesome mom or dad. You're really good at it. So I'm told. All right. But I hope that helps. And I will see you on Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern, every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern for your individual live collective reading. All right. And I hope you have the best birthday ever. Throw your diet out the window, make it a birthday week, and go get that ice cream cake that you've been wanting. Sugar full, sugar full. I can't say the joke I'm thinking of, so I got to think of, okay, we'll do what my iPhone does when it autocorrects. Duck your chicken strips. Chicken strips and ranch might resonate to a Virgo, but anyways, have an awesome birthday. I love you. Okay. All right. Next up, let's do a little Libra energy, shall we? Let's dig into Libra. And thank you guys all for being here. And everyone in the chat, love that like. All right. I love and appreciate you guys. You are awesome. I'm here and I do this for you. Same with the mods. We're all here too. Desiree, thank you. Oh, Renee, you are an awesome mom. Ollie, you're welcome. Thanks for being here. Hey, Jen. What up, Jen the Psychic? Ray, what's up? All right, guys. Lisa, Donna. Hi, everybody. And Yolanda's here too. All right. Libra, onward and forward. Let's do it to it, shall we? All right. Let's put your timestamp at 1:45:25. And let's use... I haven't used this one in a minute. The Hangman, even the deck's like, yeah, it's been a minute, Archer. Okay, I'm sorry. I missed you too. Did you miss me? Temperance card on the 6 of Wands. You totally missed me. All right, let's do it. All right, Libra, you ready? What you up to, Libra? How you doing? Let's tap in and tune in and see what's going on for you and the one on your mind, all right? Thoughts, feelings, and emotions. And definitely subscribe, hang out, and be a part of the channel because we are going to do yours. I got to rethink the calendar in my head. You are Thursday. You're the first reading on Thursday. So your live collective reading will be Thursday and every Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern time. So subscribe and we'll see you back here then. But now let's see what's going on for you right now. Give me everything you got for the week ahead for Libra, please. And thank you. Give me everything you got for the cardinal air sign. Here come the judge. Here come the judge. Here come the judge with the Page of Wands. Nice. Page of Wands and the 7 of Cups. This person is coming to an end of a confusing type of energy in their mind. And I think their confusion, 7 of Cups, has kind of rubbed off on you, Page of Wands. So you, like, their confusion is leading you to feeling confused about something. Knight of Swords to the Queen of Cups. They're confused about love. Okay, let's do it. Let's find out if we can help bring some clarity. I think we got a lot of cross watchers here. Why in the world would I say, let's help Libra's cross watcher? Okay, let's go. I'm going to roll with the energy and see where it takes us. Let's do it to it. Give me 2 shuffles for Libra. Let's go. 1 and 2. Let's love this deck for the lovable, lovely little Judge Judy Libras. Let's do it. Whoa. That's the Empress and the Lovers. It might even have been either Taurus or Gemini, the Lovers and the... No, the Empress was the overall energy. Ooh, interesting. With a 4 of Cups. This person's confusion is leading to you feeling so confused that you're just wanting to look at me and be like, oh, Archer, it's complicated. I got you. It's really complicated. 3 of Swords. That's your energy. I think you've cried yourself to sleep about this for the last time, though. I feel changes. 5 of Cups, the Devil. Oh, wow, that came out in the same spot for Virgo. The Sun card. In the week ahead, you guys will beat the Devil. I like that. See, 10 of Cups and the Sun card. Leo Pisces energy. Page of Pentacles. There's the Tower. I felt that Tower vibe on the 9 of Wands because this person doesn't like the decision they made. Okay, I got you. That leads us into 2 of Wands and the 7 of Pentacles. You know what? 2 of Wands, 7 of Pentacles. Some of the little seeds that you have planted, they have stuck in this person's mind. You know what I mean? So you might have think they didn't pay attention to anything, but they have. But you know the thing is they seem to keep a barricade up around themselves that you... It's like with the 7 of Pentacles, you're running out of ideas, right? You've tried so hard to be there, but with all the barricades up, it's like trying to drive through like a construction zone, but then all the detours have construction as well. Like the construction crews just stand there while you're driving through the construction zone and be like, hey, you see that detour over there where everybody's being directed to? Yeah, we got to start working on that too. Right? And with all the barricades and that they put up there, it's kind of like the state tree is now a road construction cone at this point, you know? The thing on this is, the big part of this is that they're still under construction. That's what it is. Okay. They're still under construction because without the solid foundation, the tower will crumble, just like the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Some of you guys might even be an engineer or an architect or something, because I'm hearing somebody that's like, you know what, if they would stop messing with the one side of the Leaning Tower of Pisa and did something to the other side, they'd probably straighten the darn thing out. And that's what I'm feeling like a vibe on this one. Scorpio Aries energy. It's kind of like they have a real big habit of creating self-fulfilling prophecies that result in no movement. It winds up leaving them stuck, right? They always fear the worst, even though that they don't even know what's coming. See how Adam and Eve are blindfolded on here? They're trusting in the devil energy and the fact that it's like it's doomed to fail. It's never going to work out. Why should I try now? And then before you know it, their depression and their confusion winds up spilling over onto you. And then they move on publicly acting like they're all happy and stuff, but they're not. The thing on this is, it's like someone who has the feelings for you, but they didn't expect to fall for you so fast. Devil card to the Sun card, right? You guys met in like an interesting way, and then even after that, it took off quick and then it stopped, right? And it shocked you whenever this message you got was, because look how this message was supposed to be 10 of Cups to the 7 of Pentacles. Oh, rewind, Page of Pentacles. Sorry, my finger was covering it, right? And then what happened? Oh, I'm dreaming of my 10 of Cups. Here's my Page of Pentacles message. And the next thing you know, Tower, right? How did that happen? Right? You did not expect what was coming. It's like now they're stuck in their own feelings too about you, because it was a direction that they didn't even expect to have happen. The 2 of Wands and the 9 of Wands, they reacted. They're telling me they reacted poorly with that 5 of Cups. They're stuck in their feelings because of how fast they fell for you, and they got scared. Why'd they get scared on the 5 of Cups? Thank you. They just energied all over my table. I'm gonna have to clean this up for Scorpio. Oh wait, no, it's Scorpio. Scorpio's like, oh no, Archer, it's fine. You're good. Some of you guys could totally be dealing with a Scorpio. Wheel of Fortune. The card of free will comes out. They exercise their free will, but it's like they did it in the wrong direction. And then it's all backfired in their face. The thing on this is, I think they've like hedged their bet and it backfired. 3 of Pentacles on the 7 of Wands. There's the Page of Wands, the 7 of Cups. With the Star card, the Empress to the Strength card. And you're trying your best to look after them, provide for them, and take care of them, while their attentions always goes in other directions and never making time for you. Hey, Raven, what up? Gina, hey, Scott. Oh my gosh, Gina's here. Raven, Angie, hi guys. Hey, Nicole. The Strength card, the Leo energy, is the one that gets me on this one. You know, the big part of this that they're still under construction about that has them stuck is the fact that anytime they've had these feelings open up before, it backfires on them. And so anytime they haven't felt these feelings for anyone before, it's been a long time, okay? They've had a few in and outs and that, but they have someone in their life a long time ago, not anymore. That's the one that got away. And what shocked the heck out of them with this Tower card, whoa, literally, see, really? What shocked the heck out of them with this Tower card, literally, there's lightning bolts on there, especially for those of you that have, it's like whenever you're mad or sad, there's always rain or a storm. It's you and them. You know what I mean? So the thing on this is what shocked them was they didn't think that they would be able to develop those feelings for anyone again. Maybe some of you guys, it was like a friend zone thing, friend with benefits, situationship that's just never really taken off or gotten off the ground. For some of you guys, they could be widowed. It's very possible because I'm feeling the energies of somebody or like a great loss in their life that they thought they would never rebuild back from again until they met you. It's feelings they had locked up and put away for a really, really long time, Libra. And they didn't expect to fall for you so fast. They had completely signed off on this, on relationships in general. It's like they're part of the 80% of people that didn't want a relationship because of what they'd gone through. But then with the Star card of the Page of Pentacles, you guys were led into each other's past because very similar backgrounds. I mean, you knew it the minute you met them, right? It took them a little bit because they weren't as awoke as you at the time, but they are. Leo energy is really strong on this one. And so a big part of this was because of what they went through, they kind of lost their own sense of their own way, their own identity on everything. And a lot of it was really having to find themselves. They feel awful that they treated you the same way they treated everybody else before you. They feel really bad they haven't fixed things with you yet. That's the thing. It does weigh very heavy on their mind. They're actually developing a bit of a guilty conscience. You know how before they were never took responsibility for their actions or anything? They feel awful they haven't fixed things with you yet. It's becoming a lot to process on their minds. It's a lot to unpack. That's why they've been daydreaming about you. Not just the night dreaming, but this person actually gets distracted at work and through their daily things to be like, I wonder what happened. And with that ounce of strength on this here, they're fighting back at the moment the want to reach out, okay? Because they know what they did to you. And some of you guys, especially those of you that gave them an ultimatum that they ghosted you on, now they're like, with as much time as has passed, how do I pick the conversation back up where it was before? And then they get stuck and they're like, Archer, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to fix this. All right. I do see that's the processing that comes through. 10 of Pentacles, Ace of Swords on the Knight of Pentacles. That leads into the 10 of Wands with the 9 of Cups. I do see them praying that you'll respond to them or answer them back with that Ace of Swords when they send their hate texts. Because that 10 of Pentacles, it's a good overall energy where they want this to work out with you. That's the thing. So, you know what it is? It's their dreams. The daydreaming and the night dreaming, that leads them right back to your door. It's like them looking at that energetical map and being like, I know what I have to do. I know which way I got to go. These dreams are leading to their breakthrough, okay? And with this, stay here. And with this Ace of Swords, it's literally leading to, I can literally see the text message now. I can see the first communication coming in already. 10 of Pentacles. Some of you guys, you've already gotten this text, or you will. But this is that energy. You've seen this text, right? I had a dream about you last night. Because they're not manifesting the dreams. You're the awoke one. They can't figure out why they keep dreaming about you as their guilt kind of racks with them. And that's what leads to that text. We're like, I had a dream about you last night. And from there, it's on like Donkey Kong. 10 of Pentacles into the Sun card. This here, that text opens the doors and lets you guys close the actual distance and the spaces between you guys. Have hope. There is still hope for this for you too. All right? It's not over yet. And if you've gotten that text message, that's your confirmation it's safe to proceed. You have waited for it, and they're not going to let the cycle repeat itself again. They've learned their lessons as they've been on their own, all right? And I know how great they look in their public persona and how they're carrying themselves behind the scenes. It's a lot to unpack. They miss the heck out of you. You guys will make this right. I love it. You're manifesting in the dream about you that calls them right in. I love it. Oh my gosh, strong Leo energy. Aquarius is here, Libra, Taurus, a lot of fixed energy. Gemini, Scorpio, Taurus, Aries, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, Sagittarius, Capricorn, more Capricorn, more Capricorn, more Capricorn. Wow, a lot of Capricorn. Leo, Scorpio, Pisces, more Leo, more Aquarius, more Libra, and Virgo. All right. So I hope that helps, Libra. And I will see you back here on, I said it was Thursday, 3 p.m. Eastern. Every Thursday, 3 p.m. Eastern for your live reading. Okay. Thank you. I love you. Love that like on your way out. All right. If you want to follow along with a fellow Libra, our main modest with the mostest here, Melissa, her channel, Sunshine Intuitive Tarot, is pretty cool. You might want to check it out. It's over in the Archer Network, listed on the homepage, along with all the other channels I believe in, support, and trust. So check them out. They're all worth a subscribe. Whether it's tarot, some good music, or whatever you want, check them all out. All right? All right. I love you, Libra. I don't know if that little shout out was for Libra, Scorpio, or just in the middle, so it's a collective shout out. Y'all go and subscribe to everybody on the Archer Network. I subscribe to everybody that's on there. Yeah, tarot readers subscribe to channels too. Sometimes people are like, maybe tarot readers don't watch readings or that. Every single tarot reader subscribes to other tarot channels. It's like a cool network. There's room here for all tarot readers to read. I mean, there's 8 billion people on this rock. There's room for everybody. All right, you're welcome, Tess. How do I know donkey? Can I say that joke? Is that okay? You're not going to get mad at me. Hold on, let me find out. Bible Tarot. Can I say the joke back to Ashley, please? 9 of Pentacles, Queen of Sheba visits Solomon. Okay, I can totally say, I can say it. Cool. 9 of Pentacles. Do you, Archer? It's cool. How do I know donkey? Because I rode into Jerusalem on him in another lifetime. There's the sirens. Guys like, don't press your luck, Archer. I'm like, okay. Knight of Cups. I tried. Queen of Cups. It's cool. All right, let's move on. Donkey. All right, let's move forward on to Scorpio. I don't know if that was. Are you really okay with that? Even I feel like I was like, that's mean. 6 of Wands. Oh my God, God likes. God's like, nah, it's cute, it's funny, whatever. Christ consciousness. Have a good time, Archer. Okay, you know I didn't mean bad, right? The Death card. Keep asking, and I'm gonna get ticked off, Archer. 8 of Pentacles. Get to work. Scorpio, I won't use this deck for you, okay? That was just an Archer reading. All right, Scorpio, let's go for it. You guys ready to put the kiddos to bed? It's time for a little tarot after dark. Lights out at 9. That's a policy on all white star line ships. All right, let's go for it, Scorpio. You ready? I'm good, Lee. How are you doing, Leah? Thanks for coming. What you guys up to? Hey, Phyllis. To everybody here, love that like for you guys. You totally deserve it. And thank you all for hanging out here. I love you guys. I know you have plenty of other channels to watch and other choices, but maybe at least make it into the top 5. It's really cool. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us. We love you. All right. Oh, thanks, Akashik. Oh, love you, girl. Thank you. Hey, Beth. Oh my gosh, I've missed you. How you doing? Lost Stamina. How you doing? What's up, Kia? Hey, Purple Heart. What's up? All right. You ready? Let's get going to it. Scorpio. Yeah, let's use light seers, Scorpio. All right. I haven't done, I know, right, Gina? Oh, it could get interesting. Aquarius. All right. Okay, Ashley, you approve? We're good? Okay, cool. Sweet. I'm going all Sally Fields for a minute, Ashley. You like me. You really like me. It's cool. All right, Scorpio, let's do you at 20140. Here we go. What up, Scorpio? How you doing? Thanks for being here. Scorpio, don't forget, you're live. Scorpio. Oh my gosh, that's a spinny hug. The deck totally jammed. I got you. All right, when my deck jams, that means you need a spinny hug. Raspberry. Lone Star. Fool card, 9 of Wands. They won't take a chance. No wonder you need the spinny hug. Come here. I'm going to grip you up. I'm going to hug you first and be like, hang tight, Scorpio. It's going to be okay. We got this. You're like, thanks, Archer. Then I'm going to pick you up, spin you around, spinny hug you until your hair's all messed up. You're going to look like you're in a Jeep with the tops off. Jeep wave to my Scorpios that drive Jeeps. All right. But you might start giggling and liking it. So if you want another one, you come back anytime you like. I got you covered, Scorpio. All right. So why did Scorpio need a spinny hug? Fill me in on why Scorpio needed a spinny hug, please. Why did Scorpio need a spinny hug? Give me everything you got for Scorpio. Scorpio, Scorpio, wherefore art thou, O Scorpio? 'Tis the east, and Scorpio is the sun. Would a Scorpio by any other name still be just as sweet? Oh my gosh, yeah, totally. You know you would because you're Scorpio. So let's go. Give me 2 shuffles. Let's do it, Scorpio. Why does Scorpio need the spinny hug? 1 and 2. Let's love this deck for the super successful, straight up, smart, and sexy Scorpios. Boom. And boom goes the dynamite with the 2 of Cups. Oh my gosh, now I do sound like a newscaster. I don't think I could hold that voice the whole time. It's why I didn't make it through broadcasting school with the Hierophant. I just knew better. The chances of me being like, we have the 2 of Cups on the Hierophant, and then in other news, the Ace of Swords. The hey text is coming your way. Details at 11. Somebody here might even be, are you or them a newscaster of that? Meanwhile, in other parts of the news, the 3 of Swords is something that has to be overcome with the Justice card. Karma will be served and work out in your favor. All right, now over to Buddha Squirrel with the weather. Sorry about your hat, Buddha Squirrel. Okay, let's get some cards. The 9 of Pentacles, the 6 of Wands. I told you you're looking good. The 10 of, wow, the Devil's starting to make the rounds tonight too. The 2 of Wands on the Emperor, 8 of Cups. Come here. 7 of Cups. The Gallagher card showed up with the Hanged Man reversed. And I reset and rephase all the energies in my deck. But that Hangman reverse says that you're not going to have to wait much longer. I kind of like this vibe for you. You just really didn't expect them to do this again this time, did you? The Two of Wands. Because they had promised last time they weren't gonna. With that Devil card showing up, look at that. Look how good that an offer they made. It is tempting, right? But it's almost like you suspected it. You really thought things were progressing. And then Britney Spears, oops, they did it again. Nine of Pentacles to the Six of Wands. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's unpack this. Literally, Ten of Wands, because things were going right, and I think they shot this whole thing in the foot, right? Six of Wands, Leo, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aries, Pisces, Scorpio, Aries, Cancer, and Taurus so far. Libra and Sagittarius are here too. All right, let's unpack this, shall we? Because what I see coming out here, Emperor to the Eight of Cups, this is somebody that was very hard to open up and found it easier to walk away from other stuff. Oh, this person really does have a way of tweaking their words just right to kind of make it seem like their holdups about moving forward are your holdups about moving forward. What? Crosswatcher, what you trying to lay down here? What in the world? You trying to sell me some swampland in Tennessee? Because there ain't. Two of Cups, the Hierophant. This is interesting. With this one, they do have an interesting way of wording things in order to make it seem like that it's your problem or your fault, right? It's like you're the reason this is happening. Oh, Scorpio, well, if you hadn't done that, I would have done this. You know what I mean? That sort of a thing that comes in. They have a way of projecting this out, and it literally has left you to a point of being like a habitual apologizer or always feeling like it's your problem because you're the one that's already been isolated and had to leave and rebuild yourself from scratch as a result of everything, right? Sagittarius energy. And oh, this Scorpio, this is good. This is actually good, especially that Hanged Man reversed, Pisces energy, right? This is a good vibe. Now, you know how they know it all? Straight up, I would love to be polite about it, but really, they never wanted to see your way on anything, okay? If they said the sky is green, you almost got to a point where you're like, yep, it's green. That's cool. Just whatever you want. It's go for it. Sure. Seven of Cups. I'll pick my battles on this anymore. Just let you do whatever you're doing, right? Because you disconnected from it early because of their stuff and you were getting tired of what they were doing to you. Oftentimes, people will disconnect from a relationship before actually leaving the relationship. And that's why it got to the point that their mind games weren't affecting you anymore. And so instead of coming in correct, they decided to choose the wrong wand, right? And go by lashing out at you behind your back. Because the Two of Wands, there's always two wands you can choose from. And I even like the perspective of this, because see how she's got her back facing one of the wands? In traditional Rider-Waite, it actually is depicted, even though it's on a two-dimensional card, that you've got one wand in front that the person has their hand on, and the other wand's behind them, right? On this Two of Wands here, this is a big lesson in humbleness for them, okay? Humility and humbleness on the Two of Wands, because they always seem to choose the way that makes them look good, all right? Wouldn't be prudent, not in this junction, can't do that. Wasn't my fault. It was Scorpio's. I don't know why in the world are we going that route? And why does Michael Dukakis resonate to people? Is there a Scorpio here that was dating Michael Dukakis? Or was he a Scorpio? Ace of Swords, the Hierophant, Two of Cups. Cancer, Taurus, Aries, Sagittarius is here. Pisces. Could even be another Scorpio. And there is Virgo energy too. And then Leo. I want to know why they're watching you sneakishly. That's what has me interested, and this card's going to answer. But here's the thing. You know how when this Six of Wands comes out, I always mention that's Caitlin Petty at a sellout concert the size of Shea Stadium? I just realized this view is taken from the stage, right? Seeing things in a different perspective. See this card again for the first time. Because while you're celebrating your successes and moving forward on your healing journey and ascending, leveling up, focusing on you, yourself, and your energies, while everybody else has casted you aside, cast you astray, right? look at this. They're watching you from behind. You didn't turn your back on them. They're snooping. They're like, remember those Kilroy things that used to be on people's cars? That's what I'm seeing. You know, that like that, those things. Look at them watching you and being like, whoa, why is Scorpio all 6 of Wands? It's almost like they didn't think you'd make it without them. And because their plan backfired, first they're going to try to back talk you, whether it's to your face or behind your back. Some of you guys are still in communication. Even the people behind they're going around like, did you see what Scorpio did? Oh my gosh, after what Scorpio did to me, the world is ending. Oh my gosh. Everybody they're saying that stuff to is going, it doesn't sound like Scorpio, but it does sound more like you. It's kind of like this person has an MO or a track record. All right, like they're a non-sub. 7 of Pentacles, and everybody's like, yeah, I don't really, that doesn't sound like Scorpio. It does sound more like, wow, isn't that the same thing that happened to the person you were with before Scorpio, and the one before Scorpio, and the one before 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 Scorpio? And your person's like, hush, right? They're getting called out on it because people are noticing their track record. 7 of Pentacles. Futility, the wreck of the Titan comes in on this one. But there is stuff that's being grown, stuff being given birth to here behind the scenes. This is a big lesson in humility and humbleness for them because no one likes a know-it-all. That's the thing. And they act like everyone is out to get them while pretending like they're all perfect. Like, look, oh, I'm just sitting here minding my own business. I'm planting flowers, you know, counting flowers on the wall. That don't bother me at all. Ace of Pentacles. The Hermit. Who's playing solitaire? Because I'm literally hearing that line. Playing solitaire too long with a deck of 51. I knew it. The Tower card on the Ace of Wands. Oh my gosh. They're like the high school kid bully. Scorpio, you're going to have a giggle over this. And with the spinny hug, you need a giggle. Here's the Tower card to the Ace of Wands. Because them picking on you is because they totally want you. And it's the whole pulling the pigtails or the punching in the arm stuff, right? They're picking on you behind your back. It's like, that's my Scorpio. I can pick on Scorpio, but heaven help me if anybody else does. I'll go at them. I'll go for the juggler. But with the Scorpio, they're getting some serious frustrations about your stinger. Look, they totally want to see your stinger, okay? Because of that 6 of Wands on that to the Tower card, it's literally what I was saying, oh my gosh, the world is ending because Scorpio is 6 of Wands without me, and now I really want Scorpio. I don't like Scorpio. Scorpio did this to me, and Scorpio did that to me, and Scorpio needs to this, and Scorpio needs to that. Their mouth is saying they dislike you. Their mouth is saying Emperor. Their energy, their micro expressions, and everything else is saying, oh my gosh, yes, Scorpio. I even just swallowed hard. Like, if I was hanging out with this person, just sitting there and being like, you okay, cross watcher? They'd be like, yeah, I hate Scorpio. But I'm like, yeah, I don't know if you're like, you see him just sitting there being like, whoa. I'm like, you don't make sense, cross watcher. They're like, yeah. It's like they hate to love you, but it's a card of taking action. Okay. Emperor to it's not working. It's not working because they want you so much. And the 5 of Swords, no, I don't. I'm like, yeah, you do. Have you noticed you got a resting 5 of Swords face over Scorpio? They're like, no, I don't. It's just how I always look. Really? Okay. All right. Whatever. That's cool. And that's exactly what all the people behind your guys' back were doing. They would let your person go off. Oh my gosh, Scorpio did all this stuff to me. It's horrible. I don't know why I'm being so dramatic. Somebody here's a thespian, but it's kind of like, I think the cross watcher could have gotten an Academy Award in Crying 101. They play the victim very well. The problem is everybody around them knows their track record. Don't worry. You think you're being made out to be the awfulest person in the world behind the scenes. Behind the scenes, even their own family sitting there going, that don't sound like Scorpio. Are you sure you didn't throw a temper tantrum? And they're like, aw. They're like, I didn't throw a temper tantrum. Knight of Cups. I love Scorpio. Aw, my Freddie Prinze Jr. card showed up. She is all that. You all that, Scorpio. Even my male Scorpios, you are GQ Scorpio. Don't you dare, male Scorpios, let them girl. Don't you think that girl don't like you? Girl's like, oh, I can have anybody I want, Scorpio. I don't need you. Ace of Wands. Male Scorpios, they totally want to see more than your stinger. Oh my. Everybody laughing at this entire reading. Y'all get in my Jeep because we're going down to the river and we're going to get a Bible and a cheeseburger afterwards. Your person, however, like, I don't think they'd make it to the first stop. Anyways, only because of that Ace of Wands. This person has some interesting deals, don't they? Because this is their version of flirting. They want you so bad, they're going to trash talk you to everybody else behind your back because they've never really understood or processed love. And they're like, I don't know what to do. Archer, I might be having a stroke. Or maybe it's like, I don't know. Is it acid reflux? I'm like, nope, you're in love with Scorpio. Oh my gosh, no, it can't be that. Tower card. I mean, Ace of Wands. I mean, Tower card. I mean, they still don't know what they want. But they totally want you because you get them flustered. Especially if you notice they're stuttering. It's out of that Ace of Wands energy when they're around you and they're like, hey, Scorpio, what's up? Right? So the thing on this is, even though they act like this while pretending they're perfect, oh my gosh, you know, the public persona they're giving off is so much different behind the scenes. You think they got everybody rallying in their favor and everything on their side. In reality, they go home and cry themselves to sleep. Even for those of you that they're like, I picked somebody else better than you, and they tried calling your bluff, they went home and you sleep on your side, and they don't get to sleep with anyone. God's not going to reward them for this. God's totally rewarding you for what they did onto you. It is entirely how yin and yang energies work on the Knight of Cups, Six of Wands. This person looks at you and tells you, you'll never have any love. You'll never have anyone without me in your life. You find somebody that makes that person so jealous, right? Ace of Wands, and that's what it is. This is all growing out of a lot of jealousy because they want what you have. Could have been a little bit of an energetical clout chaser or a coat chaser that in this respect, they had to actually go through this, okay? They had to get to this energy in order to stop tweaking their words and learn the humility and humbleness that they needed, okay? So the thing that's going out with that one on this Knight of Cups where they're getting ready to make a love offer you don't suspect, okay? Because that's a very unique love offer, and it's a good one with the Six of Wands right next to it. Okay, that's Scorpio and Leo energy. What I'm seeing here is that, well, I mean, first of all, everyone around him is getting tired of them saying the same old thing on repeat, right? Scorpio did this. Oh my gosh, it's so awful. Okay, Crosswatcher. Okay, hold on. I'm going to go over here. Hey, Ten of Wands, Scorpio. Yeah, we know. Wait. Hey, Temperance. Nope, I'm busy. What? Emperor? Sorry, I got a phone call. What? Hey, you, person watching. No, don't bother my viewers. All right. Some of you guys have noticed squirrels around your neighborhood going nuts while they're gathering nuts and getting ready like an incoming pending storm. That's your sign that your person's going a little batty in their head about this, okay? Because the Ace of Wands, you kind of get them going. You kind of get their motor running. Who drives a muscle car? The thing on this is that they don't even know it. Here's the cool part, because they think they're running a game on you, so to speak, right? With their whole, like, I don't like you, but I really totally like you vibes. They don't even realize that you're running a better game on them because you're, okay, the age difference has to be a factor because you're sitting here going, Archer, yeah, Archer, I know what they're doing because when I was younger, I ran the same game on a couple guys or a couple girls back in college. So they think they're being awesome and they have this, oh man, they're just... They ain't got nothing on you for mystery. You know what I mean? You know what they're doing. They think they know what you're doing, but they only know what you let them know that you're doing. It's kind of like that you're letting them dig their own hole. And they think they're doing really good. It's like when you first come out of one of them dark nights of the souls, right? And you're like, oh my gosh, I have the meaning of life. I have figured it out. I must tell everybody. And then about 3 weeks later, you're like, oh, God, I really should have researched that before I blabbermouthed it to everybody. That's what they're going through right now. All right, they're catching up for you a little bit, Scorpio. Hermit card, the Ace of Pentacles. They will heal through this so they can reach out with a new offer. And it already is happening because that seed's already germinating. Okay? So basically what it is here is that, you know what it is? There's either a partner or a peer mediator or everything that is really kind of helping them see the errors of their ways. It might just even be one of their parents or something. It's just like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't know if we raised you that way. or something that makes them question themselves. Basically what it is, they don't like the life they're in now. Maybe for some of you guys, they had to move back home or move in with family. And they're like, well, this is great. Now I'm back to living on the couch, or now I'm back to having to pay rent to mom, or now I'm back, ramen noodles. Yay, right? College life. But I do see on this one, all of the frustrations is what's leading me your way. They have a really awful way of showing when they like someone because they still pick on you instead. It's out of like huge mad respect for you guys. Okay. So what I'm seeing here is that everyone around them is getting so kind of tired, like, of them talking about you, when deep down they're like, oh my gosh, I don't like Scorpio, and Scorpio did this. And they're sitting there going, would you and Scorpio just go get a room? It's obvious, right? So the thing here, they know their ways. They don't really want to interact with them anymore. And that is this Tower card. Forced isolation is what will make them focus on the real problem, which is them. You'll be getting an apology soon. This Tower card, that forced isolation where everybody deserts them just like they got everybody to desert you, karma always comes to collect. Meanwhile, you just keep getting better and better and better with your 9 of Cups, Freddie Prinze Jr. offer. You're looking like Caitlin Petty on stage, giving a standing ovation. Some of you guys actually do live performances, or you will. Maybe a TED Talk, something on a public stage. I like it for you. You're going to get a standing ovation with the 6 of Wands, Ace of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. Every little thing will be okay on this one. They know what they did, okay? You will actually be the first person this person has ever genuinely apologized to. We will mark it down on the calendar, so you have to come back and comment and let me know when this takes off in the right direction, all right? So I hope that helps, Scorpio. I love you to the moon and back. You're awesome. You're the only sign that goes through 7 levels of ascension. It's why everybody gets so jealous of you. That's all. They'll be okay. They'll be okay. They had a choice before they were born in this lifetime. They could have picked Scorpio, but no, they're like, oh, no, I don't want to be Scorpio. I want this sign or that sign. Well, see, that's okay. They'll try again next time. All right. I hope it helps, but I love you, Scorpio. And I will see you on Thursday at 4 p.m. for your live individual collective reading. All right. I love you. Don't forget, you guys, speaking of Scorpios, me and Frankie, we're going to do another live. We're going to collab again here on the channel, her channel too. Okay. It's on September 21st. Make sure to subscribe to both of us so you can come and hang out and be a part of it. All right. Okay. Sagittarius. I did have a request for you, Sagittarius. Is Melissa here? Is my fair lady? Is my girl? What's up, my Aquarius girl? What up, y'all on TikTok? You guys go check out History's podcast with my fair lady Melissa. This girl is good. Melissa, if you missed it, I forget what sign it was. I forget. It might have been Leo or Cancer. I can't remember. But I brought up, I was like, I brought you up because I'm like, hey, James Cameron, who's a Leo. We found out James Cameron's a Leo. And I was like, James Cameron, I have a request for me and my buddy bestie down in Kentucky. We need James Cameron to pull a Beatles, right? James Cameron needs to take and remake and reissue Titanic again. However, we need him to pull all the Jack and Rose scenes out and put all the deleted scenes, the historically accurate scenes, back in, and then re-release it as a special edition director's cut. I know he's got 2 copies sold already, you and me. All right, and probably a lot of other Titanic people, but I'm down for that. I love it with the Jack and Rose story, but it'd be so cool to see like a remade version of A Night to Remember. Anyways, I am good. What you doing, Jen? What's up, Spicy Irwin? Thank you guys for coming. Hey, Aura. Okay, Sag, give me a sec because I had a request for you to use the Grand Theft Auto deck, the original hero deck for the channel. So let me go and grab it from my producer's desk over here. I'll be right back. And I'm going to change your sign too. And Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, if you guys would like a specific deck, feel free to shout it out. I got you covered. I don't mind. Hey, Night Drive. What's up, Night Drive? My pleasure. Thanks for being here, Akashic. Good night. You sleep well. No, Debbie, you're right on time for Sag. Oh my gosh, thank you, Valu. Oh, I love you, girl. Thank you. Or boy, I'm sorry you have a picture of the ocean. If you're a boy, I'm sorry I said girl, but thank you either way. Okay, yeah, guys, Sag is up. I got to run and grab the Grand Theft Auto deck. This was the original hero deck when I started the channel. And the Biblical Tarot has long since stood in. The reason I call it the hero deck, it's based on my TV Hollywood roots. In Knight Rider, the car that was always the one that Hasselhoff sat in, it was called the hero car. It was the one that was always camera perfect, clean, and ready. The rest of the cars, most of them, they just had fake dashboards in them. But anyways, Hollywood magic. It didn't drive itself. There was a stunt driver in the seat, and I totally want to make that seat. When I have my Knight Rider car, totally kit the car, Artisan. But yeah, when I have my Knight Rider car, if this is the hardest thing to find too, I'm going to need 4 of those front seats. They only made the front seats for the 82 Trans Am, all right? But I'm going to need 4 of them because I'm going to put 2 in the car, of course, after they're reupholstered and all finished perfectly in original 1982 fabric. Got to be original, all right? The car's going to be an 89 Turbo Trans Am. Anyways, but the thing on this is I need 2 extra seats because I'm going to make what's called the blind driver seat that the car had. And that's how you sat in the seat. It was like a fake seat. And then the stunt driver sat in the seat. And then they put the other part in the car. And he looked through the hole in the headrest with a periscope. It was really cool. All right. I'm going to build my own blind driver car so that if I take my kit to a parade, or even if like Archer shows up to a public appearance in kit, I'll just have somebody else drive the car from the seat in the fake seat, and I'll pull up and get out of the car and it pulls away. Or I'll become friends with Elon Musk and just get a Tesla and put all the Tesla brains in the Trans Am. Either way, I'll probably do both, but it's cool. Good Lord, that's a completely useless random Archer conversation. I'm sorry, Sagittarius. I'm sorry, everybody. All right, anyhow, I know way too much about the Titanic, Beatles, and Knight Rider, and it makes me happy, so I don't care. Okay, here we are. This was the original deck that started the channel, and this is the original deck. This deck is, that would put this deck at about, what, 4 or 5 years old now, I think? I don't know, but let's find out. Okay, Sagittarius, your timestamp's going to be at 2:25:45. Hey, Amber. Hey, Debbie. What's up, guys? Thank you guys all for being here, too. Love, like for you. You guys totally deserve it. And Sagittarius, are you ready? Let's dig in. Let's go for it. All right. Hey, Sagittarius, what you up to? Let's take a look at what's going on for you and the one on your mind for the week ahead's energy from whenever you find this reading. I'm just pulling on the current energies, but when you find it is when you're supposed to. All right. So, God, tap me in, tune me into Sagittarius's energy, please, and thank you. Because as you know, I am the Sag Whisperer. It's why I'm Archer. I'm here for you, all right? When everybody else is coming down on you, making you feel bummy or down about yourself, I always stick up for you, all right? So let's tap in and tune and see what we got for you. Don't worry, Sag. You're with me. You're protected. Let's go. I'm on your side. Here we go. Give me 2 shuffles for Sagittarius. Let's do this. 1 and 2. Let's love this deck for the super sexy, sassy, successful Sagittariuses. Say that 3 times fast. You're still the only sign deserving of 5 syllables too. All right, love you. Okay, 7 of Swords into the 4 of Swords on the Wheel of Fortune. I like this because at the moment you got 11 swords in your energy. That's a lot on your mind, the process. The Wheel of Fortune shows an exercise in free will coming your way. Some of you guys, there might even be a local community fair or a park in a mall's parking lot or something. But I'm seeing a Sagittarius that literally sees a Ferris wheel. You know what I mean? But it's almost like this has you at a point of almost wanting to energize the free will energies of 9 of Pentacles. Just be single, right? You're like, Archer, if it's going to be this complicated, maybe I'll just go put some cucumbers on my eyes and hop in the hot tub. 2 dudes in the hot tub, 6 feet apart because they're not gay. What? Some of you guys, maybe it is a same-sex relationship. I don't know what would make that pop into my head, except the fact that I'm always channeling anymore. I can no longer turn it off. It's cool. But remember, the Wheel of Fortune is the card of free will. It's like a roundabout. That's the way I see the Wheel of Fortune. That once you're in that roundabout, you can exercise your free will to choose your reading, right? Choose your direction anytime you like, okay? That is Cancer and Sag energy. Virgo's here, Aquarius, and also Libra. Because in the 4 of Swords, it's like a timeout on the connection was required in order for them to respect you more and stop lying and deceiving you. Straight up, I'd love to pull a nice energy on this of like, well, no, in traditional Rider-Waite, the 7 of Swords, you know, it's that army guy taking the 5 swords out of the equation so people can't fight to heal the 5 swords. But no, in this case, you caught them lying to you and you called them out on it, right? Okay, so let's see what's up. Either lying or lying by omission, right? With the Death card, 10 of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, the 4 of Wands. Ooh, that's back. We haven't seen the 4 of Wands since Cancer. Some of you guys could be dealing with a Cancer or an Aries or your twin flame. Wow, twin flame soulmate energy. 4 of Wands, the 2 of Cups. Okay, go with it, Sag. Just go with me on this one because this is kind of cool. I'm being told, this is weird, You and your twin flame have been in separation. However, your twin flame is returning as a soulmate. Your twin flame is undergoing a complete transformation with this timeline shift because we have made it the New Earth timeline. Okay? This is interesting. This is a new reading. I can't remember the last time I had an energy of a twin flame turning into a soulmate. But you're manifesting it, Sag. Even though you think it's silence right now and nothing's going on, your wishes, you're the one holding the power. You're the Akashic records. You're the ninth house. Your words are speaking more. Even you know when you go home and you like look at you in the Queen of Swords, you're at work, you want to tear up. You just look up and like, give me strength, Lord. Just let me through the day. I'll cry when I get home. Page of Cups, and you're in the car doing it. Even in your tears, some of you guys are totally into doing things that are not considered societal norm, right? You're totally willing to go against the grain. Here's how this works. This goes down to your soul level, okay? Because even when you're in what any other tarot channel would call a place of lack, you know, don't manifest from a place of lack. It's almost like that when you do, that God's like, okay, we got to prove this to Sag. We got to prove Sag wrong or something. So even manifesting from a place of lack, your prayers still wind up getting answered. Okay. Somebody here might ride a motorcycle, you or them possibly, or maybe you guys ride together. Like, because I'm seeing like the Highwaymen. Well, I mean, in Metro Detroit, that's a Detroit club. I don't know how many chapters of the Highwaymen there are, but something about the motorcycle resonates. Two of Cups of the World card. This isn't over yet because we even got the Queen of Wands here. Somebody loves watching like Law and Order or NCIS or true crime documentaries or something. But this here in the Titanic Tarot is Violet Jessup. That's my girl. All right. She's the one that survived all three of the Olympic class ships. You can survive this because your heart's already been through two major breaks. And then all the other little past relationships. That's why you left your heart so closed up. Then everybody else picks on you. Oh, Sag, make a decision. Oh, Sag, you're taking too long. Oh, Sag, it's all your fault. You know what? If they stopped and took 30 seconds to get to know you and learn anything about you, they'd understand this and they'd stop trying to force you. Some of you guys, something about going to either like a 5K or a march or a protest happening. Okay, maybe I'm talking to a Sag who you or them are like an activist or something. Hey, Lucky Mama. Oh my gosh, all the way from Australia. Hi, greetings from the States. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. I feel like old Mr. Worldwide. Dale going on here. Thank you guys for being here. But this Page of Swords, this shows that there were lessons to be learned between the two of you guys, okay? So it hurts to sit in the car and privately cry again and again because they continue to say they're not ready, right? Every time you try to open up and be like, okay, let's try it this way this time. I'm still ready for that 10 of Pentacles. Somebody here, some of you guys, either you or them might work in real estate or property management because the 10 of Pentacles, that's a real estate card. Some of you guys might even work together in whatever industry you're in. But the thing on this is every time you go to them and you're like, I've got a different approach. Let's figure this out, right? And then they're like, I told you I'm not ready yet. Can we just wait this out? And you're like, is this karma for something I did? What in the world's going on? But it's not, okay? Death card of the 10 of Pentacles. You got your act together much more than them. That's why this is happening. They get very nervous because of how elevated and smart you are. You're the ninth house, the Akashic records. You go deep. So they figure by attempting to keep you at bay, I'm not ready yet, I'm not ready yet. That's going to give them some time to level up to you. They're very nervous and intimidated by your success and who you are and what you are. That's what's making them feel less superior to you because this person might have a little bit of control freak vibes going on about them. And that's what leads them into that direction. Okay, where they tried to keep this on a pause, 7 of Swords, the 4 of Swords, while they try to like catch up, you know, which is weird because you were mayonnaise in their dreams last night. Why do you suppose that is? Anyways, so you bring this up, then they're like, I'm not ready yet, 4 of Swords, 7 of Swords. Then they're like, oh, Sag, just relax, you know. Why am I having to see South Park? Relax, guy, it's fine. Somebody here might be Canadian. Like, Canadians, I'm pretty sure you guys are humans too, right? Your heads do not actually completely detach at the mouth when you talk, right? Yeah, that's what Americans learned as kids. Anyways, Somebody here was raised by the television set because your parents were too busy for you. That's not on you, that's on your parents. And you're breaking generational curses because you don't want the same marriages and relationships your parents had, but you fear that you're calling in the same type of people. But this person's not like that. 4 of Wands, the 2 of Cups. Aren't they freakishly close to exactly what your twin is like? It's like a twin flame soulmate vibe on this one. So what I'm seeing on this one is they're reaching the point here because you're running out of hope, all right? And you don't really think this is going to advance anywhere. It's like this is like a relationship thingy at this point, Archer. I don't even know what we can call it. And they don't either at this point. Page of Cups of the World card. They are working on making some plans about it while they're snooping on you, right? So they try to act all cool, calm, and collected. Then they go home at night and start like... Okay, Christina on TikTok said, as a Canadian, South Park is exactly what Canada is like. I love it. And I thought Trailer Park Boys was cool. All right, let's go. I still got to come to Nova Scotia. I got to see the Titanic stuff in Halifax and Sunnyvale Trailer Park. Just why not? We'll cross it off the bucket list. 2 of Cups to the World card. Here's the thing. This isn't over between the two of you guys, okay? They are getting to a point of fearing like you're walking away from them because look at you making it to the top of the stairs in your 5-inch heels, right? So, is there a sad sure whose back is hurting because of whatever you do for a living? And you're like, yeah, Archer, it's a lot, right? Don't worry, it's cool. The thing on this is like maybe somebody who's a chiropractor. Somebody either works for a chiropractor or like maybe you just need a chiropractor's visit. But anyhow, Page of Swords, the World card, they're watching you walk away and it's freaking them out. That's why they're still trying to keep you on the hook because they hedged their bet and they lost because they thought you were a timid little Sagittarius, right? Just this little, don't bother me, don't mind me, I'm just a Sag. But in reality, you're like, I knew what was going on the whole time. And I was just kind of letting them do it. And it still hurts though, because you knew what they were lying about. And so this thing here is that they're reaching a point that God's going to throw them a Tower card to help motivate them in the right direction, okay? We can have good and bad Tower moments, but when somebody gets stuck in the Wheel of Fortune energy, you know how I look at the Wheel of Fortune as a roundabout, Cancer, Sag energy? It's the card of free will, right? Your person has decided to go in that roundabout and start drifting like the Dukes of Hazzard movie, right? You know, I'm in a car show mood because we had a car cruise local over the weekend and I got to see all the movie cars. Anyways, it was the kit that was there was one of the kits I'd built. I didn't know it was still in Michigan, but it was there. I was like, don't tell them that I built that car. It was cool. But anyhow, that's the vibes that's going on with this hermit mode. Okay. Because when someone gets stuck into that free will Wheel of Fortune and they don't make a decision and they keep you on the hook thinking they can be like, can we just talk about this later? We'll talk about it next week. We'll figure this out. Just, oh, Sag, just relax, be patient. God will throw a Tower card in there. A Tower card is almost like energetical, like a Roto-Rooter. All right, it's going to shake things up and get them to make a choice to come out of that roundabout. With the Hermit card, this thing here is showing that as soon as you withdraw the attention to focus on you and the chaos in your life, that you're like, you know what, it's not going to happen. It's fine. I'm just going to go back, do me, go get in the hot tub, put the cucumbers. Girls, I don't understand the cucumber thing. I thought you eat cucumbers. Aren't they for salads? This could be a Virgo. There is strong Cancer energy here. Gemini is pretty heavy duty along with Capricorn and Aries. Scorpio, you got the World card, so it could be any sign. You or them could definitely be born on the 2nd, the 21st, the 24th, or the 4th, the 10th, the 9th, the 19th, the 18th, the 28th is here, and the 20th. 25th is here too. Knight of Wands with the Strength card on the 5 of Wands with the 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, this person here got lost in the sauce of translation on this one, trying to find their own selves in their own way, you know? And that's why, like, they kind of like, that's why everything you did rubbed off on them, is because they were so lost in the sauce of the energies of trying to people please everybody else that they just instantly assumed on the role of anyone in their life. And that's why so much of you rubbed off on them. All right. So the thing on this is they're kind of just so all over the board that it's very hard for them to remain focused and calm. Some of you guys, either you or them, could be in the public eye somehow. Somebody here could be a musician or a rock star like this, okay? maybe even just like here, YouTube, TikTok, something, some other in the public eye. It doesn't have to be on a, like for some of you guys, I could actually be reading for a celebrity couple. Taylor Swift could be here right now watching with us because she's like, I still don't understand what drop back 5 and punt means. I'm like, that's okay. Your man doesn't understand what a B7 chord is, let alone augmented and diminished. So don't worry, you guys will learn and grow together. Okay. I love doing readings for celebrity couples. It's so neat. But the thing on this is that as soon as you withdraw the attention to focus on the chaos in your life, that's the point where that they try to step it up right out of the blue. It's that vibes that when at first you think it's not going to happen with the strength card, they find their way back. Something about baseball might even resonate to you guys, or you live near a baseball stadium or something. But what I'm seeing here, remember the 5 of Wands, it is the card of training for that 6 of Wands victory that's coming in, which means this person had a few lessons to learn still so that they didn't keep treating you this way and be like, oh, Sag, just wait. It'll be fine later, blah, 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 blah. They know they got to take action because I'm thinking you just quietly were like, you know what? I guess you made your choice. Fair enough. And you just quietly walked away and quit because you knew their bet they were hedging. You're like, I know what they were doing, Archer, and it hurts that they were trying to do it to me. And this has them reflecting back. See how they're walking along the wall in New York City there, reflecting and like really thinking a lot about the good times and being like, how do we get back to the beginning? I want it to be like when Sag and I first met, Archer, but I don't want it to be all this. You know, 5 of Wands, they're training. This is a matter of finding themselves and finding their own way and finding their own identity. Okay. And you ignited this in them. Without you being a part of this, I don't think it would ever got anywhere. I know you don't have very much faith left in this, Sag, but hang in there. Okay. There's still hope. There's still hope for this. Okay. And hope is extremely important. And one of the most powerful and most valuable and needed words in the English language today. When you have hope, nothing could go wrong. Okay. 2 of Swords. Satan will always try to test that faith on this. But with the Judgment card of the 5 of Wands, the Leo energy here, also Cancer, Aries, Scorpio, strong Leo, Virgo, strong Leo, Virgo, and Cancer. Wow, they're all running in a posse. Those things are all right in order in the Zodiac too. Cancer, Leo, Virgo. Then you got Aquarius is here along with Aries, Taurus, Pisces, more Cancer, Page of Swords, Libra, and Gemini. See, I told you they're still watching you. Totally. So don't feel guilty that you're snooping in on their stuff because they're doing it to you too. This person here has more fake profiles than Carter got liver pills. How do I even know that joke? Seriously. That was way before my time. I'm not that old yet. Come on now, Ethel. Page of Swords. Somebody here might even be an IT or a gamer or computer programming. Because, I mean, look at that dude sitting with all the laptops and computer screens around and being like, okay, what's Sagittarius up to? Let's see what's going on. Blah, blah, blah. This is all coming back together. All right. There's a, yeah. Some of you guys might be born, you or them, on the 7th or the 3rd. Because I'm seeing there's a hopeful 73% chance of them getting the clarity they need this week. And you know what? They've had to do this on their own. I know they look like Mr. or Mrs. Popular Celebrity in the public eye with that strength card, but behind the scenes at home, Page of Swords, they're very 5 of Wands. They're very 5 of Wands, okay? And I know they ostracized you, but the story of Joseph, I think it may totally resonate to you. It seems like the biblical stories of Daniel and Joseph are really going to benefit us in the week ahead. Okay, those are 2 things I'm going to brush up on. I'll grab my Bible in a little bit. But the thing on this here, it's the story of Joseph for you on that 5 of Wands, in the fact that even though you felt like this person cast you out, threw you to the side, didn't care anything about the relationship, it's a big lesson in trust, because even your time apart, as you've been basically your version of like sold into slavery, sent to Egypt to do your thing. Some of you guys really had to like move and relocate. But the thing on this is they do come back and make the return. And remember how in the story of Joseph, at first he didn't trust the siblings when they showed back up? In this case, your person's the siblings in the analogy. You're Joseph. No gender. Just go with it, female Saggies. But the thing is, they did show up. And at first, Joseph didn't trust him. no more than you trust the communication from this person at first, because I do see that some of you guys have already gotten the text message, okay? If you've already gotten a text from the number you don't know who it is, it's them, all right? And if you've already gotten it and you know it's them, and you're like, should I respond? I don't know if I should respond. Strength card, what should I do, Archer? Respond. It's good. You've waited for this, okay? You've waited for them to come in and change in the Ten of Pentacles energy that you've waited for with Violet Jessup. It's good to go. Because even though at first Joseph made his siblings test the trust, especially when they broke a little certain something that really meant something good to him. Afterwards, though, when God saw that Joseph was willing to forgive and reestablish the connection with the family, the result of it, the Pharaoh gave Joseph the most cherished and prized land in all of Egypt. The gifts coming in for you guys on this one, should you guys pass this test in forgiveness and acceptance, because you know how the people you've dealt with before never understood forgive, right? Nobody's ever come back and actually forgiven you when you've tried to step up and apologize. You're going to break that cycle and that curse, okay? If you've already gotten the text message, it's safe to proceed. If not, you're going to. And they'll rebuild the trust in them so that you guys can go forward and get your prized, cherished land from God above, okay? There are some gifts coming in. I love this for you. Keep your phone nearby, and if you did already get the text and you're like, I don't know if I should, it's not going to be different. It's totally different. God unplugged them and plugged them back in, all right? You'll be pleasantly surprised by the changes that have come through them, okay? So the big outcome on this one is that what I'm being told with this Queen of Wands, to get Violet Jessup onto the Britannic, the third sister ship. Don't get on a boat with Violet Jessup. I love her, but I wouldn't get on a boat with her. I'm not taking her on a cruise. Anyways, look her up if you're curious about her. But the thing on it is, what I'm being told by the great courts above, okay? God is telling me, whose ever turn it is to reach out can completely exercise their free will with that Wheel of Fortune at any time. And the end result is the closing of an old cycle and chapter and getting to go forward with the Emperor card on the Four of Wands. Divine time playing out at its place, okay? This is just an exercise in free will, okay? Whichever one of you whose turn it is to go next, even the cross watchers that are here watching, because you have a lot of cross watchers watching, Sag, whose ever turn it is, take the chance, say the weird thing, right? And that's probably what they'll do. It'll be a weird thing, but I like this for you, the World card. You've made it to the end of a very rough cycle going forward, all right? There's the Tower card, and there's the Ace of Cups for the new love. When they come back, they've actually done the work based on your prayers being answered and you wishing them well. When the Ace of Cups shows up, this is my November 24th. I had two Sag grandmas, November 24th, December 20th. My childhood was never boring with those grandmas. But my November 24th grandma, the Sicilian that taught Mama T and me tarot, all right? That makes me a sixth generation reader when you count my great-great-grandfathers and so on back in Sicily. The way she was taught was when the Ace of Cups shows up from somebody you've been dealing with. Nowadays, we call it a past person or the ones in separation, no contact. When they've done the work and they come back in so you guys can start fresh with a clean slate, that's the Ace of Cups, Cancer energy. I love it for you. Strong Cancer and Leo vibes on this. Pisces is pretty intense as well. Aries and Taurus are here, Gemini and Libra. You got Capricorn, Aquarius, more Aries, Scorpio, Pisces, if I didn't mention them, Virgo as well. And I told you some of you guys might work together, but they're working on it. All right. I love that for you. And I will see you back here Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern for your live individual collective reading. So subscribe and set the bell, and I'll see you then. And thanks for being here too, Sag. I love you guys. All right. Oh my goodness, to the 251 in the chat too. Love the like for you. You guys totally deserve it. Thank you so much for choosing to come and hang out with us here. That really means the world to me. I love looking at your comments over my morning coffee and going through and replying to and that. It means the world to me that you guys are here. Thank you for being a part of the fam. All right. And don't forget, if you're in Tennessee, in Nashville, I will be there September 14th for a public appearance that is no cost, no tickets. The promotional company is covering everything. So if you're going to be around Broadway and the Cumberland River, right by that beautiful bridge around on September 14th, you can actually come and be a part of a live All Signs. You can come on the camera, bring cards, sit with me, whatever you want to do. All right. It's going to be wide open. Stay tuned because I have a phone call with some of the people down in Nashville planning commissions and cities to find out the exact park and the exact time I can have it. And then I will post it here so you guys can all come and hang out and just be a part of it. No cost. I got that covered. If you can get to Nashville, you can show up. All right. We got you on that. And I just love to see you there. I cannot wait to see you guys and get to read and hang out with all you guys. All right. Okay. Capricorn, what's up next? I don't know if that was for Sag or Cap or if that was just a mindless archer shout out. Probably a mindless archer shout out. Kim, were you here when I was asking about that? The South Park question, the Terrence and Phillip thing, like like I've never seen Celine Dion's head detach at the mouth. You know? I love you too, Lisa. Spinny hugs. Coming up, you want a love to last forever, one that will never fade away. I want to help you with your problems. Stick around, I say. Coming up. Okay, I'm sorry. I just completely had a musical moment. Sorry about that. Let's get into Capricorn already, shall we? All right, Capricorn, you are going to be at 2, 50, and 10. All right, let's go for it. Hold on, I'm going to put, let's put the Grand Theft Auto deck here. I'll have to work that into the equation. Okay, cool. Capricorn is at 2, 50, 20. All right, let's do it to it. Hey, Gina. Hey, Candace. What up, y'all? Broadway Riverfront. No, I'm, dude, I have my own mapping in my head, Melissa. Okay. Hi, Capricorn. What's up? How you doing? Just me and a Libra having fun. Don't mind us. All right, let's see. What do we have for Capricorn, please and thank you. Hey, Kelly. What's up, Kelly Crawford? How you doing, Kelly? Spinny hugs. What's up, Heart Calling? Oh, Spinny hugs, Heart Calling. Here's your spinny hug. I'm sorry. King of Cups. Capricorn, this person's actually been doing some work on themselves. Believe it or not, losing you triggered a dark night of the soul in them because the King of Cups in my decks, this is the card of self-love. The King of Cups, Pisces energy, turns the cup inward to do the healing and the work that was needed with the Two of Pentacles to get them out of their confusion. Very confused about the forward direction of their own life, not just you. With the Ace of Cups, that's leading some love in your direction. I love seeing that Ace of Cups. Cancer energy, all right? Especially for those of you that I'm seeing like you got a wishing well in your front yard. You know, remember those smaller ones? It's like a yard decoration or your neighbor or somebody on the road does. But let's see what we got on this. Let's go. Your self-love is activating their self-love. So this is a deep connection. All right, give me 2 shuffles for Capricorn. Let's do it to it. Here we go. 1 and 2. I like the energy I'm feeling for you, Cap. Let's love this deck for the greatest of all time, the cool, calm, collected Capricorn. Let's give it up for the Cardinal Earth sign. The 2 of Swords is the overlord. See? Day. Whoa, get back here. Really? Really? Oh my gosh, how did it go that far? Are you... Hold on. Whoa. The 2 of Swords tried to run away on us. As soon as you saw the 2 of Swords, and you're like, no, another test. No, go away, tests. This one's a good test, and you're nearing the end of it with Temperance. It's them getting ready to take action after God tests Abraham's faith. Poor Isaac. Leave Isaac alone. What did he ever do to you? But the 6 of Wands, they're passing the test, okay? You're feeling some residual test from what they're going through because they're still trying to energetically copy off of your answers, okay? But God's sitting there going, Remember that King of Cups, cross-watcher? You got to do the work yourself. Let's go. The Knight of Wands, the Ace of Wands. Oh, my gosh. I chills off of that. They're coming your way faster than expected with the Star card because I told you your healing is guiding their healing journey. You're like, how is that possible, Archer? We don't talk. We haven't talked in forever. What do you mean? I'm like, They still watch you. They still got you hop on the mind right there. These ones, they totally want they totally want you to use your little billy goat legs to get them to the top of the mountain. Well, it's the Ace of Wands. They like what they see, Capricorn. All right, with the Star card, some of you guys could be dealing with an Aquarius or maybe even a Cusper vibe. But literally, they're telling me, they're like, Archer, I think Capricorn and I think it's destiny. I think we were written in the stars. Scorpio vibes, right? They see you as a soulmate, and they see you as a really, really good option, okay? So this person's confusion is a lot to unpack, and yet they're still totally crushing on you with that Ace of Wands. Oh, they're like, oh my gosh, I hate to see Capricorn go, but I love to watch him walk away. And I just heard somebody say, I touched their butt. I'm like, what are you doing? Oh my gosh. It's like, it was an accident. We were just on the subway or on a bus and we moved. And I was like, oh, I'm never washing this hand again. I'm like, okay, that's a little weird. This person really likes you. Oh my gosh. Even I'm getting excited. The Ace of Swords, the Hey text is coming on the Hanged Man. Oh my gosh. They literally have the text message queued up in their phone and they're waiting to press send with that Hanged Man. Pisces energy on the Ace of Swords for Libra. The Ace of Swords in my decks is that hey text that comes in. So it seems like the distance is a big factor here, right? Whether it's emotional or physical. Actually, I think it's both. Could be dealing with a Leo or a Sagittarius. Scorpio and Cancer are here. Libra, more Scorpio. Aries, Aquarius, and more Leo. Ooh, the fire signs are pretty strong for you, Cap. You got Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius hanging out. This person's literally going to beg for a chance from you. Okay? Something about this coming out here, it's like a lot of interaction, but it's online. Either one of you guys is a celebrity and it has to go through digital channels, but it feels more to me like a friend that you'd like to become more of a lover, and yet it's feeling like it's stuck in that zone, right? You could be born on the 4th or the 9th, the 12th, the 21st, the 1st, the 7th, the 17th, the 1st, the 19th, the 10th, and the 9th are here too. The Sun card and Knight of Cups, they get a little Twitter-pated around you. It's a very old type of an anxiety energy of they're just like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. Don't make eye contact with Capricorn. Oh my gosh, Capricorn looks really good, right? What's wrong with the mic cord? There's literally something pulling my mic cord and I'm the only one in this room. Hold on. Capricorn, see how this person keeps getting distracted? Oh my gosh. What is this? Capricorn. My mic was trying to choke me. Literally, this thing got hooked and it was like what was that movie with Michael Keaton? Mr. Mom, where like the vacuum cleaner is like like going through, like the microphone was literally pulling me towards the floor. That was so cool. Okay, let's get back into your reading. Some of you guys do have spirits around you. If you've been noticing little things like the touches, the hands and stuff going on, like you might just be on your own at your home or at work and like somebody tugs your shirt or tugs your sleeve, grabs your microphone cord or something. Oh my word. That's a long way to make a point. Right? There's some transformations happening to bring some happiness your way. This has been playing out since Leo season behind the scenes because they're passing the test. That's why stuff's changing and you're feeling it. Even in this time apart. Thank you. 3 of Pentacles. Oh my gosh, I got chills. Did you see that card pop? 3 of Pentacles. Your guardian angels are with you. And literally, the guardian angels that were tugging on my microphone cord, getting me to, like, there's a Capricorn that feels like your house is haunted or you're like the touchy feeling that. And it's like, please make a note of this for Capricorn, okay? We're not messing with your microphone cord. We're trying to get you to pay attention, Archer. On the 3 of Pentacles, guardian angels is 6 of Cups. This is that emotional, physical distance that's coming through with this, okay? It's like when you guys are together, they're all invested and making and saying all the right moves, but then they seem to quiet down the moment they walk out the door or hang up the phone. For some of you guys, they might have kids, or that's the factor with the Tower card, and yet they're all nervous that you don't like them. And they're talking to everybody behind your back, being like, oh my gosh, I don't think Capricorn likes me with the Tower card. The world's gonna end if I don't open up to Capricorn right now. 6 Cups. Do it's either the age difference or the fact that they just kind of maybe, in a good way, not a bad way, because like they act like a child and you liked it at first, it was cute and quirky, but then afterwards it was like, I don't know if I like this so much. It's like I'm raising another child and like I've already paid my dues, you know? And it's, yeah. when you guys are together, they make time for you. I think you guys live at a distance or travel for they travel for work or travel to come meet you or something. Because when you guys are together in presence, they're all in and all invested. But the minute they walk out the door, they go all 4 cups and they get all quiet with the hanged man, right? Pisces energy, Scorpio is here pretty strong too. So is Cancer with the Queen of Cups because the overall energy is real love for you. Okay, so the thing on this is that they never, you know what? They never set the phone down to focus on you. This person is attracted to attention. Somebody could definitely be in the public eye. Page of Wands, Mary's praise for God. Somebody here could even be a singer. But so that's what it is. It's like, you know what this is? It's like we're experiencing an ego death in real time, okay, with the Tower card. This Tower card is like Roto-Rooter. God will throw a Tower card in when somebody gets stuck in the free will of the Wheel of Fortune. And it's like, can't make up their mind. Can't make up their mind. They're stuck in that Wheel of Fortune roundabout of free will, being like, I don't know what I want to do. That's when God pops in the Tower card to help with the decision. You know what I mean? What's up, Frankie? What's up, girl? How you doing? I'm right behind you once this is done, too. I'm going to pass out. It's been a long one. I love you, Frankie. Spinny hugs. Capricorn, you guys, everybody, don't forget, Frankie and I are going live on September 21st. We're going to do another collab. Check out the most recent one. Frankie, I love you, girl. Good night hugs, spinny hugs. Sleep well. The Scorpios are going to bed. Mama T's asleep. Frankie's going to bed. That's all right, Frankie. Sleep well and pleasant dreams. All right, I'll talk to you later. I'll text you tomorrow. Okay, sorry, Capricorn. Let's see what we got going on back here. So, oh, yeah, we were talking about that Tower card getting thrown in when they overexercise their free will, right? They come into the roundabout, and then they're like, I'm going to wait here. I'm still making a decision, Capricorn. Just hang tight for a second. I mean, I'll be right there. This person sucks at directions, too, don't they? Even with their Google Maps on or the GPS on, and they get lost, totally. Or they love missing their exit or driving around with the e-brake on or something. I don't know. But maybe that's how you feel the relationship is. But the thing on this is we're experiencing this ego death in like real time. And believe it or not, you're the one that's helping him through it with the 7 of Cups. Okay? This could be a Scorpio, definitely, or an Aries. Cancer's here with Aquarius, Leo, Sagittarius. Man, there's strong Aquarius in this reading and strong Leo. And then there's strong Scorpio and Aries, too. I think you got this, man, multiple parts of their charts activating when I ask about you. Roles could be reversed, too. Force, or you're dealing with another Capricorn. See? The devil on the death card. Capricorn, Scorpio energy. That's what leads to this transformation. Nice. Okay, this is what's up. So this ego death, you're the one helping him through it, right? Capricorn energy. If anyone could open this person up, it's you. Really? Really? Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, really. You're going to wind up getting all 4 aces just like you did in your weekly reading. There might be something in the weekly that we did for you on Saturday. If you haven't seen it, you might want to check it out. You're going to get all 4 aces again. There's the Ace of Swords. There's the Ace of Wands. Here's the Ace of Pentacles. All we need is an Ace of Cups. Whoa. Okay, so here's the thing that's the problem here, okay? The thing is that they have dealt with so many abusive people in their past with this death card and this devil card that they're kind of rather used to painting things in a very like a doom gloom perspective, right? Oh my gosh, the sky is falling. I don't know what to do, right? My life is all awful because the tambourine got banged in the wrong timing, or, you know? So the thing in this negative, sad, devilish perspective they've got, you're changing them, okay? And you are the father of the Zodiac. I mean, you're the motivator, okay? The devil card's not all about the bad energy. For those of you that sat there and went, wow, really? They gave Capricorn the devil? Like if you just discovered tarot and you get to the, like Scorpio goes through it too. You get to your card and you start learning what your card is and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm the devil? I'm the devil? What? No, this is about the motivation energy, how to break those chains of the devil. And you are the one sign that can motivate. Your little Billy Goat Legs get you to the top of the mountain ahead of everybody else. That's why you're the cardinal earth sign. So the thing on this is that They are actually changing. Okay. I know it's been a slow burn due to this person to get them to open up. It's like they're a bit of a feral cat of sorts, right? Yeah. And the thing on this is that due to their past, it's made them kind of lose their selves or lose their identity. They were such a unevolved people pleaser before you started their awakening that it left them to having a lot of people take advantage of them. And then you wind up having to fix the results of all their past people's mess ups. But that loss of themselves and their own identity, even in the silence, they're working on that. Seven of Wands, Leo, it's only a stone's throw away. With the Magician, the Justice card, into the Nine of Pentacles, that takes you right to the Five of Swords on Temperance. This is where they get their balance. And it's David versus Goliath. So what I'm seeing on this one is that even in the silence, they're working on themselves to open up. Don't think they don't miss you. As soon as you guys stop talking, they miss you. And literally, I know that most people be like, oh man, it doesn't change. Things don't change. You know what I mean? I'm going to tell you what, this person needed a muse to get them out of a cycle. You are their muse. So I'm going to actually straight up call it. This person is working and changing because of you. I'm going to tell you one thing. If they've got a photo that they printed out, maybe they got a photo printer, CVS 1 hour photo, or the movie 1 hour photo with Robin Williams resonates. But the thing is, they have a little stinking picture of you, like near a mirror or whatever, while they're getting, and they're like, come on, do it for Capricorn. You're pulling, I mean, maybe some of you guys are actually a therapist or a social worker or life coach of some kind, because whatever it is, Three of Pentacles, you're healing them and you're helping them with that Capricorn energy. And that's what they're working on with this here. And you've got your guardian angels helping you so that they don't miss out on this opportunity and make it a Five of Swords, unrequited love. You will be hearing from these people. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to miss this out. It's becoming a little bit of FOMO. They had to let go of a little bit of the feral cat energies, because heaven help them. You tried to give them the saucer of milk many times. They just never took it, right? But each time they got a little closer to that milk, and a little closer to that milk. And right now they're coming in, and straight up, the makeup boom boom's gonna rock. I'm not Capricorn. I mean, it is. I'm not gonna lie to you. Straight up. Okay, we're all adults here. And no, I'm not gonna sing that song. Mammals, Discovery Channel. Oh my gosh, we're all going. No, everybody in the Jeep, we're going down to the river and we are turning on Caitlin Petty country music. Okay, I need a change of venue. No, I'm just kidding. Somebody here works in a legal system. There's going to be a request for change of venue that actually helps resolve everything too. Imagine that. I really wanted to see where your Ace of Cups are, and this is really cool. Instead of finding the Ace of Cups, I found the 10 of Cups. That is literally what God guided me to in the deck. Oh my gosh. Okay, Capricorn. Yeah, in the future, you got your 10 of Cups coming in. It's not even an Ace of Cups. You wound up with like 13, 14 cups. Some of you guys, 13 is your lucky number, or somebody's born on the 13th. But I love this for you. Oh my gosh, your individual reading this week is going to be epic. So come on back and hang out, because you're going to be Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern time, all right? This Friday and every Friday, all right? And until then, though, I'll see you then. And definitely check out, if you haven't seen your most recent individual reading that I did on last Saturday, because you did get all 4 of the aces. And I have a feeling this connects into that. Okay? All right. Love you, Capricorn. I'll see you later. I know, right? I didn't know how to get past that one. I didn't know. What's up, Kate for Cards? What you doing? All right. Oh my gosh. I got chills, Kate for Cards. That's epic. Oh my gosh. I literally saw that energy. That's cool. Okay. Donna. Heart emoji test. Thank you, guys. Claudia's here. Hi, hon. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Afmu. Thank you. I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name. I suck at English. Twinkle Star, I love you too. Hey, BB's here too. And Maria's back. What up, y'all? Okay. Let's do Aquarius. You ready for this, Aquarius? How you guys doing? All right, we're making it. We're whittling them down. We're getting to the end of the line. Get ready, Pisces. You're up next. You are the grand finale. We're saving best for last. All right, let's go for it. Let me grab the title card for Aquarius. Boom, and we're good. All right, let's do this. You want Rose deck? You got it, Laura. let's rose deck this. Hold on. Let me look. Where did, there it is. You got it. Aquarius, we have a request for the rose deck from Laura for you. So let's do it to it, all right? Oh my gosh, the sun card's at the bottom. Good choice, Laura. Very good choice. God is happy. God is good. All right, let's do it, Aquarius. You are going to be at 30909. Oh, that's a nice Frankie timestamp. Frankie always gets the awesome timestamps. All right, what's up, Aquarius? How's it going, y'all? What you up to? Let's tap into it and see what we've got going on for Aquarius. All right, God, tap me into me and give me everything you got for Aquarius, please. Thank you. Aquarius. What do we have for Aquarius? What do we have for Aquarius? Thoughts, feelings, and emotions. 2 of Cups to the Page of Cups. That means there's a love offer coming in. Literally, when I looked at the 2 of Cups and the Page of Cups, I heard God say, it's about time Aquarius gets their love offer. And I'm like, I'm going Lizzo and being like, you're right, God, it's about time. So I love it when my decks pop a card that tells me the cards that they're energized and ready to go. And it's literally the World's card. I love that vibes with the Justice card. Aquarius, it's time for you to get your rewards. I love you. 5 of Wands, you've waited for this too. You've been in training for this. All right, let's do it. Got to keep the energetical rhythm, all right? Let's do this. 2 shuffles. Here we go, Aquarius. 1 and 2. Let's love this deck for the amazingly auspicious Aquarians. Here we go. I got asked once about the whole let's love this deck and that. And for my music roots, I played in bands and stuff when I was younger than that. It's like counting in to start a song. 1, 2, 3, 4. It gives you the energetical rhythm to follow the flow. All right, that's all. That's why I do it. Same reason I knock the deck. It's just to clear the voice and the energy so that we're focusing on you. Why am I doing so much Teach Me Tarot? I don't know anything about tarot. Oh my gosh. I make it a point to know absolutely nothing about everything. Okay. The Judgment card, the Chariot, the 9 of Cups, into the Knight of Cups. Oh, that's every tarot reader's awesomeness. I have the 9 of Cups and the Knight of Cups. Say that 3 times fast on the 9 of Swords. Oh my gosh. Somebody here could definitely be born on the 9th because there's a lot of repeating 9s starting to show up already. 8 of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles that leads to the 4 of Wands. I haven't seen this since the Cancer, no, Sagittarius had, I think we had 4 of Wands show back up. Capricorn might have too. Might be something in those readings for you. So this person really gets into their heads when you guys try to offer them your opinions or your input and they get a little flustery, right? Knight of Pentacles and the 8 of Pentacles. Like you just offer your work input. And some of you guys actually do work together. But it's kind of like that when you offer the opinions or the input, it can become very frustrating when they don't want to hear it and just have to do it their way. It's like they're having a hard time relinquishing control with this Chariot on the Judgment card. Okay, Aquarius? And that's a big, like, they are very much, like, they're into, like, hyper independence or doing it their own way. And it's like they fear losing their own identity by fully committing to you, right? They're like, wait a second, Archer, I'm not sure because I like to starfish on the bed. And then now Aquarius is going to take half of it. And like, then I got to give up half the fridge. And then I got to leave the toilet seat down. And you know, that is a very, only this would come up for your reading. I'm hearing an Aquarius man. I'm here. I love you, Aquarius. This is hilarious. I love it. I'm hearing an Aquarius man that is saying to me, you know what? Why don't women ever remember to put the toilet seat back up when they're done? Oh, touche. Touche, Aquarius. I literally, in 44 years on this planet, never thought of that. Yeah, girls, why don't you ever remember to put the toilet seat up when you're done? It's not going to work, Aquarius. It's not. Pick your battles. Knight of Swords. This is wild because they're having a really hard time relinquishing that control. And it's like that you know how it's like when you're watching someone for years, they have identified as a hyper independent person, right? A runner. Now all of a sudden they want to be fully committed to you. And this is a very big amount of programming. Okay. Every relationship they got into, you know, when they were younger, King of Wands, Sagittarius energy. When they were younger, they were in that player vibe. And so it's how they learned how to do things. Four of Pentacles, keep your heart closed and just have a good time with it. But we're in 2025 now with the Star card. That's not going to work on you, right? And that's why you're like, Queen of Swords, come at me, bro. The thing on this is that they're so used to being this hyper independent runner, right? Is that they have never ever thought about merging two identities into one. They've always assumed that means losing control of their own life, right? Instead of up picking their battles, they are just like, oh my gosh, every time I get involved in a relationship, I turn into a people pleaser, and then I wind up losing my own identity, and I don't know what to do about it, right? But you're the one that is helping them find some identity on this. Cancer and Aquarius energy strong here, okay? The ability to see things in another perspective, right? This is a big lesson in perceived value on this too, because the thing about this is that, like, have they really? Are you sure? Oh, Fool card's there. I wonder what in the world made me look that way, because I'm like, are you sure? When I did that, I heard the whole, you haven't looked at the bottom of the deck yet. I'm like, sorry. The Fool card to the Emperor. These two cards, Aries energy, side by side together, each in this one. This is the vibe that this person really kind of put themselves on their own pedestal, right? They're so vain, they think Carly Simon wrote the song about them. And for some of you guys, they weren't even alive when Carly Simon wrote that song yet, right? But yet they're like, oh, I know Carly knew it. It was destiny. It was coming out that way. So the thing on this is that they've put themselves on a pedestal, but it's as a form of protection, right? It's a form of protection because they've been abandoned in the past. Every time they open their heart up, they get used straight up. And so they've built up a protective defensive wall in the Four of Pentacles by actually staying Nine of Swords silent and just not contributing, not getting involved. It's got to be their way or the highway, right? That whenever they relinquish control, they always wind up losing out on something. And that's the point, that every time you bring it up to them, they turn around and make it your fault, right? Aquarius, I told you I wasn't ready. How dare you ask me if I want a relationship or I want to take things to the next level? I told you I wasn't ready yet. And you're kind of like, I actually seen Aquarius being like, okay. And they're like, wait, hold it, wait. You're like, wait, you said no, right? They're like, no, but you're not supposed to walk away. You're supposed to chase. And you're like, I don't chase. They're like, well, I don't chase either. And I'm sitting here watching you guys like pickleball match, being like, well, one of you guys has to ask the other one out. Otherwise, this is where we're going to be. Right? And they're like, well, I'm not doing it. I'm not giving up my control. Crosswatcher, I have a question for you. If you like having the control, shouldn't you ask Aquarius out? Wouldn't that allow you to keep the control? I'm just curious. You know, irrelevant to the situation, irrelevant to the price of tea in China. But that's the thing. They're safer. They're safer being single. Okay. I'm going to tell you why. Not a bad way. I'm going to tell you, oh, thank you, Linda. Every girl's crazy about a sharp dress, man. I don't get this. This person is confusing, aren't they? Because like 1 minute they want you, the next minute you don't think they're even interested. That's the wild part. And then you bring it up and they're like, see, I think this here, it was a difference in maturity or mindset, and that this person might have a little bit of like a Peter Pan syndrome, or just the entitlement being strong. For some of you guys, it might even be a little bit of like, I don't know, maybe a diagnosed condition. I'm not a doctor, so I'm not going to say it. But if they do have the paperwork or diagnosis to prove it, you might find out, for some of you guys, this person might just be bipolar or depression, stuff like that. I don't know why, but for 3 to 4% of you, though, you know they have a confirmed diagnosis that they're listed as a high-functioning something. Okay, I'm not even going to use the word I saw in this. Okay, let's put it this way: high-functioning sociopath, because they don't show the emotions. The emotions in their self have been Four of Pentacles. Have you noticed the fake crying? They can cry, but there's not a ton of water coming out. It's not by choice. They're not evil, bad people. They have programmed their brain to turn their emotions off in order to protect themselves. And so they've got no problem being ready when you can provide for them in some way, shape, or form Four of Pentacles. They're having to learn a lot about themselves. It's a big journey. And the King of Cups, remember, the King of Cups is the king that turns the cup inward on themselves. Queen of Cups pours the cup out everywhere. The king's like, let's get ourselves in perspective first so we can come at this mature. Told you. Capricorn and Pisces energy. Queen of Pentacles to the King of Cups. Why is your reading a tongue twister, Aquarius? Seashells by the seashore? All right, the thing on this is that King of Cups is a very interesting energy on this one. Some of you guys might even be an Aquarius Pisces cusper, or you're dealing with a Pisces. The thing on this is that they're learning a lot about themselves with this King of Cups as a result of meeting you and seeing how stable you are in the Queen of Pentacles. It's like you're the mild, they're the wild, right? You got the pentacle energy, right? And they come in with the watery energy, the emotions. And it's the mild and the wild in the relationship. You know what I mean? This thing here going forward onto it, they're realizing that they've built the wall up that's cut everyone else out. You're the one that triggered them into doing that. You know why? Because they can Four Pentacles to anybody else from their past after what they've been through, but you're the one they don't want to. And they really wish they'd been through this first, but they met you when they met you. And they still see you as a bit of a silent blessing in their life. That's the big thing. It's big FOMO coming up with this, okay? This Chariot, nope, there it is. Sorry. This Chariot to the Star card, Cancer and Aquarius energy. This right here is the fact that they know that you're the one. And the thing is, they're going to get into some FOMO vibes and get to that point that they can't pass you up because you're like the rainbow buck with 8-point antlers. They don't want to lose out on you. You are a very rare and auspicious breed. You know what I mean? That's what's going to get into the FOMO. They've almost got their own freaking conspiracy theory about you made up, that you moved on or you don't need them. That's why you went quiet, because you found somebody awesome and amazing and better than them, prettier than them. And that's the whole thing that's going to get this Knight of Pentacles to put that pedal to the metal and get the foot on the gas. No, I'm going to crash. Because this person here's the problem. It's Caitlin Petty's Carnival of Light, Stuck Loving You. That's the song that's locked up in the Caitlin Petty archives that nobody will ever get to hear. I've heard it. All right. Very select few. It's her Carnival of Light, except on bootlegs or something. I don't know. But literally, this person is totally stuck loving you. Nothing's going to stop them. Because there's nothing I can do to get you off my mind. Oh my gosh, yeah, you don't even own, you're not living in their head rent free. You own the deed to the property at this point. Okay? Because yeah, it's literally the whole song. You're the one I need. Anyways, they know you're the one. And they're going to get the courage to have an honest conversation with you, because you know how they always put on a front and tried to play up like they were all empery and confident and everything. And like you were wise to it. You just knew, and you were like, stop fronting. You don't got to be like that. Just be me. Just be yourself, right? That's what they're realizing. It's an honest conversation where instead of coming at you and being like, now Aquarius, I know everything is fine and everything, they're actually coming and be like, can we talk? I want to open up and be vulnerable. And you're like, it's about time when that Emperor comes in. I love it for you. Strong cardinal energy, Aries, Capricorn, Libra, and Cancer. But you've also got some pretty heavy duty Leo. Virgo's hanging out here with Taurus. Capricorn, Sagittarius, strong Pisces, strong Cancer and Pisces. I like that. And then more Aries, more Pisces. Could definitely be a Pisces Aries cusper. And more Capricorn. Wow. Yeah, a lot of Capricorn and a lot of Aries in this reading, and heavy duty Cancer. Whoa. All right. So I hope that helps, Aquarius. I will do, let's see. I will do your live collective reading will be on Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern. I really want to see how much progress they've done from this point to then. It's going to be a pretty good reading. I can't wait to get deeper into this one. All right. So like, share, comment, subscribe, and make sure to subscribe, because I'll see you back here Friday, 4 p.m. Eastern. And make sure you follow your fellow Aquarian, Melissa Ratliff. She's on TikTok, YouTube, everywhere, all social media as My Fair Lady, at My Fair Lady Melissa. You find her. Her history podcast is epic. And she's with me. She's totally cool. If James Cameron remakes Titanic, takes out all the Jack and Rose stuff, puts the historical stuff in it, I will fly to Kentucky so we can go and watch the movie. Literally, I'll just be like, I'm just here for the movies. Let's go. All right, James Cameron, please. All right, Let's get onward and forward. Pisces, are you ready? Thanks, Aquarius. I love you too, by the way. You're awesome sauce. Okay. Let's see. Are you ready, Pisces? Pisces, you are such an amazingly patient person. It's the world doesn't know like how good they could possibly have it until they're with a Pisces. I'll tell you what. All right, you're like the secret weapon of the Zodiac. So let's see what we got here. Pisces, you know what? Let's go with the Beatles. I haven't even touched this deck tonight. Aw, the Six of Cups. I like that. George and Ravi Shankar are happy. They were good buddies. They were a very deep soulmate connection. Concert for Bangladesh might even resonate to you. Pisces, as soon as I got to the Page of Cups, and I haven't even started shuffling yet, Melissa, let's throw a timestamp for Pisces at 3:24:30. No, 3:24:24. Yeah, 3:24:24. Pisces, when I got to this Page of Cups, I heard the song that Frank Sinatra said was the best Lennon-McCartney composition ever. And George Harrison, a February 25th Pisces, he's one of your fellow Pisceans, he wrote the song. It's something. And I'm hearing Paul's version of it with the ukulele, where he starts the song with that, but something in the way she moves in that attracts me like no other lover. This person loves you. This is interesting. All right, God, let's go for it. Because Pisces, as you know, you are the grand finale to the fireworks display that is the Zodiac, all right? We always save the best for last because you deserve it. So what do we have for Pisces? Please and thank you. Tap me into Pisces energy, please, and thank you. Give me more on that message I got off the Page of Cups. Something in the way she moves attracts me like no other lover. Something in the way she woos me. Don't want to leave her now. You know I believe in how. One and two. Let's love this deck for the pretty, proud, powerful Pisceans. Here we go. Page of Wands. There's a message in the week ahead coming in that's going to make you happier than Ringo standing on top of Goodnight Vienna. All right? This coming in. Who doesn't like Ringo? Everybody likes Ringo. With the Page of Swords on the King of Cups, this person is watching you very closely. Page of Swords. Look at him wearing this. That's John Lennon wearing multiple disguises with Sean Lennon in the middle, right? You've been wearing multiple hats, and this person sees all the effort and the work that you're putting in. And with the King of Cups, they're actually working to level up to your level, okay? Whatever you're doing on yourself to better yourself, it's not so much that they're copying it, but even in the times where you guys aren't talking, it's like they're like, well, if Pisces is doing all this stuff, I want to get better for Pisces too. It's like you're motivating them to change while they're motivating you to change. And with the Seven of Cups, they don't see any other options but you with the Justice. They see you as a bit of a blessing in their life with the Page of Pentacles. You're like a little bit of an angel, just like Heather and Paul McCartney right there. For those of you that do have kids, they'll wind up, one of you guys have kids or something, is that they'll wind up adopting, just like how Paul adopted Heather after him and Linda got married. Pisces, this person's looking for their Linda. Even though we don't have one McCartney card out yet, it's all Harrison and Lennon, but that's cool. So we're definitely tapped into the other side because Harrison and Lennon are allegedly the only two Beatles that have crossed over. That's okay, Bill. Let's go. I heard Beatle Bill is big in Sweden. Anyways, is that the Two of Swords? It is. Two of Swords on the Nine of Wands into the Three of Swords. Oh, my word. The King of Swords into the Ace of Wands on the Emperor. Oh, my gosh. Remember? Whoa. Into the Queen of Cups. Okay. The week ahead starts out rough. Right where you think that, the silence means they're not interested anymore. They're done. They're cutting out some stuff in their life. They're trying to level up just as much as you are. Okay? Look at what they've been dealing with. This is John Lennon having to decide between his mom and his Aunt Mimi. Some of you guys may have already lost your mom because I am being guided to the way that John Lennon lost his mother at a very young age. It's not the same way Paul McCartney lost his mother at a very young age, and it was part of what traumatized John so much. But his Aunt Mimi was awesome sauce, all right? But that's the thing is you think this person's made another choice, right? It's like being faced with that great crossroads choice like John had to do when his father looked at him and said, you can either go with your mom or you can stay with me, back at Blackpool when he was like 5. And John first tried to stay with dad, but then at the last minute let go of dad's arm and went and ran for his mother, because he wanted to be with mom. And without mom, he didn't ever learn the guitar or anything when she taught him banjo chords. That's why when him and Paul first met, Paul's like, what are those chords you're doing here now? But look at this. By midweek going forward into the week ahead, I feel an energetical warm front coming on that might get you out of the energy of like, maybe some of you guys are feeling kind of like 2 of Swords to the 3 of Swords, blah. Trying to have a little bit of faith that the 2 of Swords represents, trying to keep a little bit of hope, because without hope, there's nothing, okay? And the 9 of Wands, because you have been rebuilding and recovering from a lot of what you went through on this one. That into the 2 of Swords, the 3 of Swords, it's kind of like, this is kind of interesting because you know what, Pisces? You think this person is done and over with, gone by, see you. Meanwhile, with the Ace of Wands here, look at Ringo's drumstick. Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. Look at it. Look at it. Look at Ringo's drumstick. It's a big drumstick. Anyways, who's eating chicken tonight? Like, pass me a drumstick. Save the neck for me, Clark. Stop it. Oh my gosh. Pisces, this person is totally fronting. They're trying to be cool, calm, and boss-like, right? They're trying to be all like, oh, yeah, I'm fine. I'm a boss. I'm cool. I'm confident. Deep down inside, they totally want to dip your fish sticks in tartar sauce. I can't help it. Okay. I think for some of you guys, it's their time. All right. You can almost judge it, but at the moment right here, about midweek or something, cross watchers, don't send any kind of photos unless Pisces asks. Okay. Otherwise, it's just weird. Unless it's a picture of your chicken strips. I don't care. It's cool then. Anyways, just trying to heed some little warnings here. Ace of Wands to the Emperor card. This thing here is that they got you on a pedestal, Pisces. This person has you on a pedestal, which can be a lot of pressure on someone to have to live up to, It's kind of like you're fearing like, you know what if they aren't serious? 3 of Swords. I'm trying to have faith. I'm trying to keep hope for this. But what if they're just going to put my heart back in the blender? It's been in the blender too many times, Archer. I can't do it again. I'm attempting my hardest to open up to this person, but I am scared out of my mind that if it goes south for the winter, I don't know if my heart can take that anymore. You've been through a lot that leads clear back to your childhood that is understandable why you'd be a little slow to proceed to open up, right? Knight of Swords to the Queen of Cups, though, shows how much they do have feelings for you. Maybe they get a little over the top or intense, and that's why you get a little nervous about it, okay? The thing on it is, you've worked so hard to recover from a lot of stuff. This person does see it and recognize it. I know you think they'd never listened, never paid attention or anything. They actually did. And that's why they're like, I want to be better for Pisces. You know what this is? You guys are both working on detaching from the final few distractions of your pasts. This is a big level up or a glow up, right? 3 of Wands. It's the Beatles on stage looking out towards the crowd, okay? And trying to see what future lies ahead. Which even when this performance was going on, they had no idea they'd wind up at Shea Stadium playing the very first ever concert in a stadium. Beatles did it first, right? Beatles discovered the feedback. Beatles discovered the first hard rock song, Helter Skelter. Even developed genres that you don't even understand or know of. It's so wild. Like, check out the Firemen, Electronic Arguments, Temporary Secretary, vibes like that. So you're both working on detaching from the last few strains of the past cycles you guys were in that led you to meeting each other with that 9 of Wands. A lot of Ringo energy here. Ringo was a Cancerian. Is. He's still alive. Peace and love, Ringo. But anyhow, yeah, 8 of Cups, the 7 of Wands, and the Tower card. So the thing on this is that major changes like this often do come with a connection this strong, right? With the Tower card. This here is when they're slow to proceed, that this comes in and they're shocked. They are like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that Pisces is doing this and leveling up in such a way. I got to do it too with 7 of Wands, 8 of Cups. They want to be better because you're making being better look good. It's that kind of vibe of somebody that they're like, I like Pisces, and it's going to take a little bit of time, but I'm going to give up smoking, or I'm going to change and do this or that, just to be a better person for the future of the connection going forward. Because in this Eight of Cups to the Ace of Wands, this is going to go to a whole higher other level for you guys. And I'll tell you what, that's George Harrison with his eight of his 12-string Rickenbackers. I would learn how to play guitar right-handed for one of those guitars. But and he got the very first one ever built. But the thing on this, like, you're the very first real love and real connection they've had, and they've got to disconnect from Tower moments and Three of Swords moments just like you. And that's the thing, is some of you guys here, the distractions from your past as you're working to blend your presence and your futures together, those are the major changes that often do come with the connections like this, okay? Could be dealing with a cardinal sign. You got Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn. Strong Aries and Cancer energy. Scorpio's here, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, a lot of air signs. See, I think you guys still have a telepathic connection as you guys finalize what this is in order to bring you guys together. I do see you guys moving in the future, and I think it's with them. The Queen of Swords absolutely is the King and the Queen of Swords into the Six of Wands. This is a union on a very high level, okay? I know typically in traditional Rider-Waite, like in the tarot high school yearbook, the King and Queen of Swords would be voted most likely to get divorced. So I really feel that's what it is that you guys are just cutting out, like, maybe a couple of the, like, that third party that doesn't want to be a third party anymore, right? Like, you've got exes being like, Pisces, don't go anywhere, and you're like, I'm not with you anymore. I'm with this person, or they are. It's that last little energetical test that goes through that, like, just as you're getting into the new person vibes, that Three of Swords crazy ex that doesn't want to be, like, you don't want to be a third party. They just keep trying to butt into your life, right? They're the ones that show back up. And it's like that grand mal seizure test that comes out of, like, do you stay in the new energy that you're invested in, or are you going to go back to that cycle, right? Six of Wands shows that you pass the test and make the right choice. All right. That's Leo energy, Jupiter and Leo vibes, and it's Ringo riding in with Maureen on a white horse. Something about horseback riding may resonate to you guys, or you actually may get a chance to go on horseback rides with this person, or, oh man, I'm seeing Penny Lane, where the Beatles are riding the horse through the downtown area or something like that. But that may resonate. There's a success here between the two of you guys, okay? They may be fighting the change a little bit, but their life can be a lot to unpack, okay? Some of you guys, you'll find out they've been through some rough breakups. They might be widowed, a lot of family vibes, and a lot of insecurities that beat them down over the years. They could even be divorced for some of you guys, right? But they choose you on this one. That's the thing. I don't see the standard energy that you guys are having a rough time. This is built on thought, communication. You guys are on a higher level of thought with the King and the Queen of Swords. It's a divine union where not only they don't just like you for your fish sticks, they also like you for your brain. All right. You've helped this person more than you think. And granted, they're unpacking as much as possible, as quickly as possible, in order to, you know, it'd be nice if they shared it with you a little bit more often, you know, right? At least let you know what's up, check in or something. I do see they're coming into that one. All right. It would be nice if they shared it a little more often. And I think they're going to, because, I mean, we do all have demons to work through, King of Swords to the Queen of Swords, but love will always push through and provide on this one. So, you know, we do all have these demons to work through, but even when we meet someone, and I see here, there is like, it's where, like, all these burdens that you guys have both been through, Nine of Wands, the Tower card, these things are actually being used to train you guys to come together in order to be ready for the real relationship. Things are going to start stabilizing this week to bring you two together exactly as God planned. And I know I make a mess with the cards, but I get into these things while I scry. So I just keep seeing more. King of Swords, Queen of Cups, Emperor, and the Three of Wands. So the thing of this is the Five of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, that leads into the World card and the Devil. See, that's where you guys beat out. Oh, whoa, I got to turn that cover off. I can't show that one. And these are collectible cards. I won't draw on these or Sharpie on them. The thing is, you guys literally, you both will beat the devils, those vices, those temptations, the things that got in the way. This is where Paul McCartney invented heavy metal. He was doing it in the 60s. Check out Helter Skelter, right? But the thing on this is, and the reason I have to cover this one up, Google John and Yoko's two versions, album cover, it'll make sense. Same with the world card. Don't worry about it. It's just part that won't be safe on YouTube. But this thing here is that you're going to find out the burdens they were carrying were just as much as the burdens you were carrying, that if you guys had stayed alone on your own, you guys would never have processed it to find the happiness. But things are going exactly as planned. God is actually bringing you two together. I do see you moving in the future together and it being like, wow, what a ride. When I look back, though, you guys are already in a thing. This is just a moment of two lives being adjusted and altered to actually come together. And I know you might not see it or know it behind the scenes right now in the Five Pentacles, but they are working to change, just like you are. They want to be better for you. All right? See there? Oh, I got to look at the camera so I can get this thing centered right. See in the corner here? This is a very nice message for you two. The war between you two is over. War is over if you want it. And you guys both want it. I see peace coming in for the both of you. And I'll tell you what. I know it's been a while, but this Ace of Wands is going to be a wonderful night for you both. Tartar sauce. What? Stop it, Pisces. Oh my God. Pisces, I'm good. We out. Could be dealing with a cardinal sign, a Cancer, a Capricorn, an Aries, or a Libra. You've got Virgo and Gemini are here. Leo's hanging out. The world card shows it could be any sign at that point. So you could be dealing with an Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, or another Pisces. All right. Whatever it is, though, with that Ace of Wands, their chart is beyond energized. They like you a lot. Okay? You like them too. It's cute. Okay. Cross Watcher. Pisces is down for tartar sauce. What? Stop it. Six of Wands. Pisces is cool. Right? Dip my fish sticks. Stop it. Oh, my Eight of Swords. Thank you, Stu Sutcliffe. I'm out. I love you, Pisces. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time in your live individual collective reading. It will be Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern. All right. So thank you. And I love you, Pisces. Okay. We did it, guys. We did it. We have made it to the end of the journey. Thank you guys all so much for being here. Melissa, the awesome modest with the most, is here on YouTube. She's going to get the timestamps up for you here shortly. We'll have those posted. And TikTok, Mac, thank you. Sandra, thank you guys all so much for being here. Definitely. All right. And we're good. I'm going to head on my way, get to bed, and go piss up after I eat some more. No, I'll probably just fall asleep. I'll eat tomorrow. I'll remember it. But anyways, we're good. God, thank you for all the messages. Please protect everybody here watching this reading and propel them towards their 10 of Cups and their happiness ASAP. Keep everyone safe, protected, and directed. Amen. All right, guys. I'll see y'all tomorrow for Aries, Taurus, and Gemini, and work on the way all the way to Pisces on Friday. So otherwise, subscribe, hang out, be a part of the fam. And until next time.